interesting. So everyone's still going to be here though during the beginning, yes?
Yes.
Wait, Hussein, why not? Why can't you just still be open then with the mic, please?
Hussein,
please.
I can't do it.
Everybody loves you.
It's not gonna be useful, you know. Thank you.
Guess that's a no.
So.
So everyone's still going to be here during the beginning. Oh, yes? I can hear my own audio through my headphones from someone else.
Yeah, it says starting soon, so I guess we have started actually.
Yep.
We're started now.
Yeah.
Okay. We're live. And this is round 4, Battle for the Galaxy. In today's match, we have Mochy versus John O'Hagan, former teacher of mine. And on commentary today, we have Darth Sheeman.
Yeah. Hello,
How did I do? And,
Great.
And of course, we have myself.
You're natural.
Did it sound good?
Yeah, great.
All right.
Said you are natural.
I try my very best, of course. And so we're going to be doing installment 4 today. Of course, everyone is very, very familiar with Mochy, world's #1 player, currently undefeated during this challenge streak. The last 3 matches, probably my favorite ones so far, shot in person over the course of a day in California, expertly put together by the Backgammon Galaxy team. And here we are again with the 4th round with one of my favorite players in the world. Hi, Mochy. Can we hear you?
Good morning from Tokyo. Hello. Thank you for accommodating Justin and Dirk.
And good afternoon, John O'Hagan.
Yes.
I'm not very good at these introductions, but does everybody know who John O'Hagan is? If so, raise your hand.
I do.
Yeah, he's definitely. What number are you on the Backgammon Galaxy list right now? I don't even know.
Number 4 currently.
Number 4 currently.
Number 4.
Right behind Zenixiska, Amir, Wilkes. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And you were a, semi-finalist one year or 2nd place in the World Championships at Monte Carlo?
Yes.
I think I saw that match online.
Yes, you probably did. It was in 2005, and it was a close match. Went down to DMP.
Wow. That's absolutely incredible to be able to get that far in that tournament. I'm really, really, really excited about this match. I can't even understate it. I rushed home to be able to make this. I didn't want to miss it at all, so I'm very, very excited. I'm sure there's tons of stuff I missed. If anybody wants to say anything before we begin this thing, please let me know.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mochy.
I have 2 stories about John. So John went to the final of Monte Carlo in 2005. Is it
I think it was, yeah.
Okay. That year, there was a bet. The bet line was that if John O'Hagan could play below 4, you know, and many people are very confident, put the money that he will not play below 4 because, you know, people didn't know about him, you know, and he played like 3.6, and a lot of people lose the money against Bookie. And the other story I have is John and I shared a room in New York. There's a big tournament in New York, and it was a very nice memory because we together discuss position like every night, and mostly John write about my question, and I learned a lot from him. And thank you, John.
Yeah, you're welcome. And obviously, you know, you're the best. And I really like the fact that you put the challenge out there to any of us in the top 30 that you would play against us. And I tell you what, I've had some good results in backgammon over the years, but if I'm lucky enough to beat Mochy in this will be right up near the top.
Okay.
And Dirk, can you tell us something about yourself?
Yeah, well, I am around for quite a while, probably not as long as John, but yeah, I started out playing in the early 90s, the golden times for gamblers, but then I quit like in 2003, I think, to play poker professionally, and I moved to Costa Rica, and then in 2017 I came back and started to get back into the game and try to get to my former level, and here I am enjoying myself a lot. Things have changed, but I think for the better, at least since I'm not such a big gambler anymore myself. Just these new formats just fit me very well, I think. And now I'm teaching, but actually mainly, and playing tournaments. And just because of Corona, I couldn't join any live tournaments, but I hope to be back soon on the live scene.
And I look forward to seeing you there. I definitely have seen many of your matches played online since you've come back, and I've been very impressed. So I'm quite excited to be surrounded by you guys today, and I look forward to the very first match. And are we going to go hop on that now?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. So John's going to open up the first one, and Mochy, you're going to join. All right. Perfect.
Thank you, guys.
All right. I haven't missed it yet. You don't see it yet, do you?
No, I don't.
All right,
I'm just
Good.
trying to concentrate, but no, not yet.
The sound of silence.
Yeah.
There he is.
Yeah, there we go. I think
There's
it's
the John
open now.
O'Hagan. And
Okay, we're on. So okay, it started. Okay, standard stuff. I suppose they both know their opening roles and replies, I would say. And yeah, I think you should. Oh, I think I wouldn't have done that. I think I would have split to the bar. It looks a little bit premature, but
Wait,
maybe I'm wrong.
Happened.
So makes the anchor, checker down, and 4-2 is. I think I probably would like to make the deuce point actually and bring a checker down to the 11. What?
Down and not up from the back?
Oh, from the, maybe, yeah. I really want to actually to strengthen my home board here, and then you mean moving up to the
24, 22. I would definitely make the deuce.
Yeah, maybe that's that. I don't know, but definitely make the deuce with the 4 and 13-8. Yes. Okay, 5. So now we are into a mutual holding game, like so often. But those games are sometimes really tricky to play, actually. So slotting the 4 or the 9? The 4 is the better point. Yep. Hmm. 13-7 maybe.
I was considering it.
Yeah, but since the race is actually pretty close, you don't want to leave blots without a good reason. But yeah, he does it. Okay, make the 4, and now the 3. Make the 3 and 6 to. No, there's no. You cannot hit.
Yeah. No hitting.
Yeah, I was just okay. Oh, well, I overlooked the shot.
No hitting allowed.
No hitting allowed yet. Basically, She cannot leave the anchor right now. Way too dangerous. So lots. 13-8 would have been an option, but it's really like risk versus reward. Why giving these shots without too much gain? So I think he made the right choice, and now he strengthened his board. John probably will be playing safe as well. Be my best guess.
Yeah, no part of me is hopping off the anchor yet.
I think I wouldn't have broken. I mean, it looks ugly, the stack on the 4-point. By the way, 6-5, a great shot, but it just really weakening the board when
makes it a little too easy for them to jump off their anchor.
Yeah, or simply clear the midpoint with one checker, and then the indirect hit is devalued because of all the blood. So yeah. Okay, what happened here?
It looks like the game is over.
Is it? I mean, that looks couldn't it be a play on them?
Yes.
I think we will see some more. Also good for the PR if you can make the closeout and get to play on.
More decisions for free, essentially.
Yeah. Usually the decisions are not so difficult, and your opponent doesn't get any. So that's, and I think it's just way too many gammons.
And just not enough games lost. I mean, as long as you cover the 2-point, it's just very, very difficult to lose.
I mean, I'm even surprised that he takes. I don't want to use the term waste, but he takes so much time here. I mean, that time could be missing later on in the match. At least. But yeah, for sure, he's going through all the numbers. Yeah. And he found the right decision, so he'll close the ace. Probably doesn't want to leave any shots so that, or not too many shots that Mochy can. Yeah, that's the play, and now he can just roll it out. Hit and 7-6 leaves the double deuces shot, but brings one more builder to bear on the deuce point. Oh.
No, I like your idea better because this leaves a shot accidentally with double 6 as well, which I don't like the idea of.
Okay, I haven't.
Well, it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't have to, but it makes plays funny.
Yeah. I mean, you could have also played the last ace just against double deuces. Would have been possible. What? Okay, a miss.
This is not a good shot.
Not really, and I think he correctly leaves the numbers, the 2-5, just to be able to continue playing on, because he is now a substantial favorite actually to win the gammon. And keep the close board, say.
I would just take the checker off.
Yeah. Take the checker off 2-1.
The longer your board stays closed, you just increase your gammons by so much.
Usually, yeah, and it's usually, I mean, rarely. I know. I don't like.
You still leave a shot with 6-5 here. It's not like it's safe.
I mean, it's just he's really going for safety. Maybe he thinks the gammon is almost a lock, which I disagree with. So you can see now again the question: how risky am I supposed to bear off? I think he could have played more aggressively in the bear off actually.
And I think his position would have been better than it is now.
And now it's still like, it's okay. That's the after roll analysis, so that's maybe not too scientific.
Huh.
2 guys off. Okay, a little bit of wastage, but maybe it's worth it because there's some chances of hitting a shot here.
There are some numbers. That is not one of them.
Okay, now it's a pure race against the gammon. Now Mochy gets all the decisions.
That's interesting.
Okay. Yeah, I think now you probably don't. Yeah, you want to move that checker to crossovers. Does it make sense?
It doesn't. I didn't think he was going to get gammon in this game, but now it looks. It looks.
Yeah,
it looks like
I mean, it felt like John was letting him a little bit off the hook. Actually,
he wasn't trying to gammon him at all.
But I would make 2 crossovers actually, and yeah, I think Mochy is famous to really think these decisions through.
He doesn't want to stack on the 11 point here.
Yeah,
but the other way wastes a pip.
Yeah, waste the pip maybe, but I think the point is it's super close. So now he saved the gammon.
And he's off the gammon by the hairs on his chinny chin chin.
Yeah, maybe the rather not so aggressive bear off cost John the gammon here.
Yes,
but...
and I mean maybe you play safer if the guy is the 5 point closed, but you got 2 guys on the roof, 4 guys outside. You've got well over 50% backgammon if you just try to play it well. Mm-hmm. And with the open 5, of course you can lose some games, but
some cube action coming up maybe. Nope, I at least would have paused a second. Okay. I mean, this is one of my the funniest things that I'm watching when I'm I think it's like I'm thinking about where I would spend my time, and I notice that everybody spends their time back differently. I mean, completely different.
Would you have played that 3? I think I would have split off the 24.
Yeah, me too, actually.
You know, you just give yourself more potential.
Yeah, especially the 24 anchor is really not the place you want to be when the opponent has the bar point. You have got the stronger board, so yeah, it's a little bit surprising here.
And if he makes the 5, at least you have chances of making the 4 when you re-enter, you know, or vice versa.
Yeah,
so
yeah. I mean, very often these double big splits are correct when the opponent has made the bar, and I think Mochy found the correct play here. Nothing much to do, bad roll.
Tough one.
Yeah. And now John thinks, I mean, certainly many hits, high volatility.
And that is not one of them.
Yeah, it could turn into something, but no, not anymore. Okay, but he stays in the game. So he still has stronger board, divided forces, of course, but yeah.
Where's your 5?
Yeah, maybe stepping out, actually. I don't know. All the other alternatives. Yeah, probably. Okay, that's a funny game. Usually you rarely see it that the forces are so split. One part of the team on full attack mode, and then okay, that should help White.
The other guy with 5 back and 4 on his 1 point. So it's
so that's like the back game blitz position. So all options. Okay, now
you playing on in this one?
Yeah, maybe
with
even.
5 guys
I
back,
mean, that's like I think it's hard to see how Mochy can take this. I mean, 5 checkers, but still.
Certainly doesn't look good.
Yeah,
the optics are bad.
I mean, Mochy said in an interview that he remembers 200 reference positions. I think this is certainly not one of them.
This isn't in the database. Is that what you're telling
No,
me?
I don't think so.
It's not in the Rolodex, somewhere hidden in his mind.
Yeah, it's really. I mean, aces, deuces, fours. Yeah, he's in structure. It's so difficult, this position. I mean,
he doesn't even have enough guys in the zone to close them out, but he's got 2 on the roof, and there's another guy out there. The bar points made. It just looks a little bit too rough for me, though. I mean, his only hope is that he doesn't get to close the 2-point immediately.
Yeah, and he should have enough time to jump out with his checkers. I mean, still a lot of work to do, but well, I don't know. My feeling tells me maybe it's just borderline, so you cannot make a mistake. But if there is a big mistake to be made, maybe it's rather the take. But I'm actually not sure. He takes it. Great.
Yeah, I want him to take it. For the
absolutely.
Fun.
I really want to.
I want to see.
But even look at 6-5 that doesn't do anything is. Actually,
he can still get counter-prompted on the very next roll.
Yep.
Okay.
Now,
how about this roll then?
So again, I think many decisions for white. Yeah, just jump over the prime, threaten, maybe threat, but get closer.
Kind of funny after. I don't know about that one. I might have tried to do something to stop double.
Yeah.
Double 2s and double 4s were really funny there after that play.
So, but we have a game. Incredibly enough, and it's getting even more of a game, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4. It plays.
Yeah. So, probably. And yeah. Bring the checkers to safety, and now if Mochy makes another prime point, that's a good shot actually. Jumps out.
Okay,
this is a tough one.
I think you slot. Are you slotting now? Is that too much? After the hit?
What's your plan? Yeah, you hit. I mean, any other 4 leave. Yeah, if you hit, you have to slot, I think. Do you have to hit now, or do you hope? I mean, what are your chances? I mean, this gammons versus extra games, really difficult decision. For sure, the DMP play is to hit and to slot. But actually, if Mochy doesn't decide to hit, then this is not a very gammonish position. I mean, he can hope to hit the shot later, or John may have problems clear his points and hit something when his board is stronger. So but he goes forward.
You went with the winning play if you can do it, if it works.
Yeah, and also since the ratio is 2-1 at normal scores between gammon losses and wins, I mean, you can afford some extra gammon losses if you just increase your wins. So usually, when in doubt, you should go for the win. Only when it's really obvious that you lose tons of gammons. Even in this position, probably Mochy doesn't lose more than, I don't know, 35, 40 now. I mean, the more he dances now, it's, of course, again, a very gammonish spot for him. Let's see how aggressive John bears off this time, but actually against the ace point game, it's more like safety first. Try to clear your points, get a good structure. So here, the prudent route is usually preferable.
In these spots, I would start to try to pre-clear the 6 from the roof. I mean, this play, I don't know if there was a way to avoid leaving double 6s, but I would think of it if I could find it, you know?
Yeah, this is certainly a good move to prepare the 6, and also, like Mochy writes in his book, that is just the perfect mountain structure. You have this mountain.
Oh, somebody in the chat said they put it in, and it was a huge take.
A huge take. So yeah, it could easily be. I mean, that's so difficult for me with so many checkers.
I'm getting gammoned here in my mind, so I'm just building my board and hoping for the win.
Absolutely. So 2 men off. And checker out probably. Okay, 8 to 5, interesting. I'm not quite seeing the reason, but for sure Mochy has got one.
Play the 5 out and maybe just slot the 4.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would have slot. I mean, okay.
Oh, here we are.
Here we are.
And if we had the 4 slotted, we'd have the 5 prime already.
Yeah, that was like.
And he wouldn't be out. Oh, he hits.
He hits,
okay.
And he has to hit loose. Okay. And 5 in, 6 hit, probably.
Yeah, definitely.
Nothing else.
Not letting him leave.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay, a fan. Interesting. So he cannot. I mean, he can make both inside points. So make the 4, make the 3, and then play 12 to 8. That looks like.
Looks strong to me.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I
7.
make the 7.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, Mochy is certainly having the blot in John's soundboard in mind, but here, yeah, first make the prime, and then go for the extra. I would say, especially since John doesn't have any numbers to hide it or cover it, or if he covers it, then he has to expose another blot. Usually it's only like doubled uses that actually. So
are you thinking of just making the 2 here, or would you slash away on the
I would
24, on the 1 point?
I would. It feels like almost like hitting loose on the 1 point to just
try to pick up the second guy. He's got 9 off. That's all I know. I know this is the only thing Mochy could be considering, right? He's not spending this time thinking about the ace. He really wants the second checker, because when the other guy has 9 off, he's still a favorite, even if he's closed out, right?
Yeah. So yeah, with 9 off, I think that's just borderline. Yeah, I think with 9 off, especially now, he can, even if he doesn't pick up the second checker, he can approach like the perfect recube now. So that's just really can get a lot of equity from the cube. I mean, of course, he's not too happy to.
He's considering the fishing play.
Yeah. But then that would bury a checker on the deuce. He does.
Which means he should have did it last time.
So at least, I mean, at least it wasn't consistent.
Yes, it was.
So now I think it's no need for. I mean, he can later on. He can bear off very aggressively, like leaving a blot on the 5 or 6 point in the later stages of the bear off to take a checker off and all that stuff. But right now, I mean,
sometimes you save the gammon first, then you go to win the game. You know.
Here, yeah, I mean, you can say, yeah. That's I think the prudent route. I mean, this is
not a bad position.
Okay, the 2-1. Now he's considering again taking the checker off, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, 6-4.
So yeah, this is tough because your first 6 is going to open up. Okay, this is your only good 6. Oh,
now you lost your market. I
definitely
think. Yeah,
definitely. And then you leave this decision to John.
Yeah, 4. Okay, yeah, I think it was a pass. Yeah, so close match. Oh, and by the way, Mochy already, but that is just what he does. I think has already used, I don't know, 2/3 of his time almost.
Already. So as long as he doesn't go too many more games.
So be prepared for rapid commentating, because sooner or later the speed will pick up, I assume.
Let's hope. we don't want to see our first time out.
Okay. Let's pause for a second.
No cube
Was
for
that
me.
so clear that this is not a cube? Okay, 3 checkers back.
Yeah. I think with the 2 guys
match,
on the 24 there, it's a bit rough.
Yeah, probably it's just not enough. Maybe when trailing in the match, if the score was reversed, I could see myself doubling this. Anyhow, he'll be glad. He's glad now that he didn't. Yeah, both checkers from the 24, I suppose. Well, okay, the more
he's
flexible
trailing in the
play.
match.
Yeah. I mean,
with the pip count. It's interesting.
Yeah, but the goal, he has got the stronger board. I see the rationale. Like, he's got the stronger board, and he wants to go for contact. Yeah, so certainly can't be bad. And what does John do now? Maybe the 10 and the 3?
It's the only play I see. I don't see anything else.
Yeah, what else? I mean, okay, there's another play. What is the advantage of this play?
I don't. Why?
Fewer shots. I mean, I suppose.
Fewer points though, too.
Yeah.
More points are better. I think.
Yeah, I would. So Mochi is considering making the 10 and stepping out, I suppose, instead of making the bar, because he actually the 5 point, he probably prefers to have the 10 point as a blocking point, but he settles on the bar. Like that, he keeps the pressure on John's blot. It's still there.
Oh wow! Look at this number. Okay, we get to make the 3.
Yeah, makes 3. Not too bad. And race is even now. Again, I'm wondering or maybe it's just some sort of delay, what alternatives he could have considered. Okay. Yep, not leaving anything.
It's a little unfortunate for John O'Hagan that he hasn't been able to jump that little 3' yet, you know?
Yeah. But now he does. Certainly. I mean, what is he waiting for? I mean,
both.
Yeah, you can consider keeping contact, but then, yeah, I think the outfield is the way to go.
Great number.
Great number. And probably cube coming up here. Maybe some. Is this a cube? 8 pips up? Well, seems like it isn't. I mean, these are those positions where you have some really great sequences and all the others still leave you as a favorite. So
I think you're right. I think it was definitely worth to consider. You know, you're up in the race, maybe not enough to cube, but you also had the extra shot equity.
Yeah. So, and it's just like, it's like holding games where you have some great numbers and the rest just the rest doesn't change anything.
And I don't think white should be staying back for contact. I don't think. I think the race is close enough, and if you get hit, you're not going to be happy.
Yeah, I mean, he's thinking about closing the ace. So then if he gets hit with a 7, he still has this great return shot. So, and just to slow Mochy a little bit down, yeah, because now with a big number like 6-3, I think that was actually a good idea, because now with a big number, Mochy has to waste some pips, I mean, for the race. So now he cannot clear anyway, but I think he's not so unhappy. So he even gets the shot. 6 numbers. So yeah, and the race actually has turned into, not into John's favor, but with all the wastage. This is not so great. Okay, Will. Okay, Okay, now they try to end this rather boring situation quickly, it seems. And this looks like game over.
What?
What? Maybe it's the number of checkers, but it looked like the gap on the 5 point. I mean, the doubles seemed to be. That was. I mean, I'm curious to see. I mean, it's also like too fast to really think about it. But at least I would have used my time bank to have a look. I mean, what was the pip count? I mean, the
pip count was 32 to 37, but Mochy had an extra checker on the 1, an extra checker on the 2 point, and a gap on the 6. So maybe the race was a bit in his favor, but John had 3 extra checkers off.
But then also this very awkward gap on the 5. So the 5s play terrible for John. So that should be worse.
3 extra checkers though? Interesting.
Yeah.
I can look it up real quick if you'd like.
Yeah, if you have it. I mean, we can also look it up later. So now it's 3-1 Mochy. Yeah. Of course, not a back game yet. Basically, nothing much has happened. Yeah, hitting loose. What's the plan after if you hit on the 5? Maybe just making the 11 certainly an option. Oh, that's interesting. I mean, that wouldn't have been my play for sure. That looks like already settling into some kind of 2-point holding game. Yeah.
He had the option to either make the 11 or make the 7, right?
Yeah, do anything else, but that was just like it felt like going for the back game with no real need yet. At least that's what it felt like.
So according to XG Mobile, it was a cube by about 0.008. So very close.
So just borderline. Okay, so
yeah, I like the idea of making the 11 though.
Yeah.
By the way, I think I would have done that.
Yeah, me too. I think this looks structurally good. So now we are in this very confusing game, or not very confusing yet. Okay, he's really
dedicated to this back game idea, isn't he?
I mean, it's especially in PR competitions. I think maybe it's also what's the complicated thing. I don't know. It's just a game plan. I mean, there you can see that people really think differently about the game. I mean, I would have seen still so many possibilities of going forward, and just why.
I think it might have been a bit too early to try to commit to the back game plan when you have the 4 and the 5 made with not the ace or the deuce or anything like that. When you had the ability to move forward. I mean, if you're also trying to win the match and the PR, it has to be the correct game plan, because once you've committed to it, if it's not the correct game plan, every play you make in that game plan afterwards is going to be a mistake.
Yeah, exactly.
And Mochy's side of this game is going to be pretty easy for him to play.
Actually, I would make the bar now, maybe, or why not trying to go for a prime and just break the timing? What's so bad about the bar? Is there anything bad about it, actually?
The only thing that he might consider is hit on the outside and maybe hit the 1 as well.
again, he is not really concerned about his time. So yeah, I would just simply would have made the bar, and
I think I would hit outside and hit on the 1 as well. I don't know. Maybe not. But it's either that or make the bar for sure. I think those are plays.
He should do something soon, though.
I'd love to hear Mochy's rationale throughout the match, you know?
Okay,
He went with Justin's play.
Okay.
Now he's going to go for the counter prime on the outside. Now he can make the 7. He wants to get hit on the 1. He's never making that.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be great. But John wouldn't hit with an ace, probably.
You never know, but it's unlikely. It's
unlikely that he was going for the backgammon and now decided he has to go forward in this situation. Okay, wow. So
this roll isn't fun. Yeah, that's the.
Yeah, but ideally you want to have these plots to recirculate. So
I was trying to find a way to leave the blots on the outside, and Mochy found it before me.
Yeah.
Because you do want to get hit to force him to crunch. But these numbers aren't conducive to allowing the other guy to hit you because they either break the prime or they just have to get stacked on top of it, which is not what he wants to do in either case, really. This one.
Okay.
Why this one?
Yeah, that's not quite clear to me, although that's not my type of position. Okay, that's an interesting cube. Yeah,
Oh wow.
It's interesting because if it's a take, it's probably not a double yet. I don't know. It's just like because then you probably won't have too many market losers. So I mean,
Mochy rolled certainly the worst number that there is.
Yeah. But John still doesn't have any dead checkers, so.
Wow. Well,
that's interesting.
John certainly chose to play a game that is not a game that's for winning the PR.
Yeah, I agree.
All Mochy's going to do is try to get this other guy around, but these containment games are tough.
Yeah, really, really tough. So
I'd love to hear your ideas through them, by the way. So I'm gonna just let you.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, the problem is you cannot do all the calculations, so you just have to use some general guidelines, spread your checkers out. Now, of course, you want to hit lose if you can, so you can't. So probably make a point there.
I would make the other one.
Yeah, I would.
I don't know why you would leave the shot.
Yeah, I would have made probably the 8 point.
That's what I would have gone for. This 2 is not fun. This 2 is a. Okay. Oh, we got to hit on the outside.
Yeah.
1-4.
1-4. So this is really okay. The 20 doesn't move. 6. So well, yeah, hitting and. Crucial roll coming up.
Wow.
Okay. Good number, actually.
Ooh.
Very good number.
Oh.
Okay. Well, this is really hard to commentate on because
this is rude as well. Very, very rude.
Yeah.
Wait, he could have made the inside point, no?
Yeah.
He could have hit and made the 5 as well, no?
I think so, but it's also for me as a commentator, these positions are really hard because I have to look at it from both sides. When you're playing it, at least you are only focused on what you are supposed to do. So now we are in sort of a holding game.
Now this is interesting. We could pick and pass. We could make the bar.
Wow. pick and pass, then you get probably stuck. Bar, if you get missed, you're almost home. Pick and pass, then you probably leave plenty of shots. This is a tough one again. Pick and pass, what's gonna happen then?
I mean, you're banking on the fan.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, you haven't gained. Yeah, I like that play.
Yeah.
Actually, I mean, even if you get hit, I mean, okay, if you roll double fives, so do what the last two in and clearing the bar and hope for the best. No, you can get in with one. Yeah, exactly. Clearing the bar and now probably John has to spread out his checkers. I mean, he cannot. Yeah. That would have been my
only
play.
thought would have been maybe you make the 12 and play the one inside. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Okay, again, yeah, I would run from the 20 probably and play 15, 13 maybe.
You want to run from the 20 instead of the 21? Yeah, I was thinking of the 1-2 from the roof, actually. That would give another shot.
Yeah, usually, yeah, maybe that's the tactics of it. Usually you want to have the point deeper inside the board long term. Okay, this is awkward.
I think I would make the 12 and play the 2 to the 8. You can't hit.
Yeah. You have to play as safe as possible. Also, there is also some serious gammon danger if you
start getting hit here.
yeah, for sure. So yeah, minimize shots, and you still have reasonably good coverage, so decent chances. So yeah,
I've noticed the bot. I've noticed the bot in a lot of these spots, instead of playing just completely open with a ton of checkers, does sometimes favor to make some of these outside points for some of these awkward numbers and for a little more control. And if they roll one of these numbers that hits you, they can't pick up everything. It's just interesting playing a bunch of these out.
Absolutely. But I think here, what's the alternative? I mean, I don't want to leave any direct shot because that's also.
I don't want to leave many indirects either. Yeah.
Yeah, I think now you get some bunch of good numbers. So that's for sure. And yeah, game continues. And Mochy is down to 22 seconds, by the way. So.
Oh wow.
And so. He better wins a backgammon, but that seems to be a long shot.
Okay, in and out.
Yeah.
And hold your breath. That's a hitter.
That's a hitter.
And do you ever slot this?
I think with all these builders, no, there's no need to. Especially the board is strong.
Not at this point, no.
No. That's interesting. Do you want to? So now, of course, John, as a trailer in the match, has to. I mean, he really has to redouble aggressively. That's for sure.
If he redoubles, the best thing is Mochy might run out of time thinking about whether or not he wants to take.
Yeah, that's the additional equity. But then I think he has to wait a little bit more because I think the take.
I mean, the race. There's no 5 point yet. The race is massive.
But I think if John manages to make a point, that could easily be the market loser. I would have liked. With this also then
the game's over.
Yeah. Now, that's a big market loser. I think he missed a good double here with with trailing in the match. So. Yeah. So a 6-point match with 21 seconds to go. Maybe he just wanted to cash and benefit from Mochy's time trouble, because that may, if it doesn't win him the match, that may win him the PR actually.
So what is it about those broken board positions that play so poorly, right? Because when your board is like that, you can often get away with cubes that, if your board looked a little bit better wouldn't be anywhere near a double.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you meant John's double.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
because of
before,
Mochi's board being so bad.
Yeah, I mean, with these broken board positions, the thing is, I mean, market losers are sequences, so that's also the second role important. So if the board is already trash, and if John just rolls a normal number and Mochi rolls a bad number, that maybe also be a market loser. So, yeah, I'm actually surprised that John, who is a match expert, and later on we will see the XG analysis, and XG says that he was right and we were wrong, but yeah. Okay, so the game has progressed quite a bit here, and we are now in the speed gammon zone.
Who's got the advantage in a speed gammon match against these two?
Okay, I actually don't know about John's. You probably know better.
Oh, double sixes. Well, this
Great
solves
shot.
a lot of problems.
Yeah. That is now 6 away, 8 pips. I would think, yeah. Insta cube and 8 pips. I mean, the take point is actually a little bit higher, and there's some wastage for white. So about 8 pips. I would have a hard time passing this, but at that score, doesn't. Which I think is correct.
I mean, I know for money, the point of last take was around 11 pips, and they were within 8 in here, but I know the wastage on the ace point.
Yeah, and he has to take
I would have
a little.
taken.
Yeah, me too. But I think it's a little bit closer than for money, that's for sure. Okay, probably they both breathed a sigh of relief to have a simple game finally. So they can just already concentrate on the next one until they're maybe. Well, John, okay, now that settles it almost.
All right, well, we've got 189 live viewers and only, what is this, 14 likes? Am I seeing this correctly? Can people smash the like button on this video for me, please? 29. And 1 thumbs down. Rude. Very rude.
Well, if you never had that before, then for sure it's me. So put the blame on me. That's okay. That's okay.
Please smash the like button on this video. We've got one of the strongest players in the world doing commentary here today. We've got 2 of the best players in the world playing. And we've got some 6 sequences happening. And we have Mochi down 20 seconds in this match, with many more points to go. Who's looking forward to another back game to see Mochi's first timeout? Is that going to happen?
I doubt it.
It's unlikely.
Yeah, I think it's also part of all this is that what is it now, 6 a.m. in Japan? So I mean, he really has to get on the temperature, I suppose. So this makes the 5. Enters.
Slot 3. I'd probably just slot 3.
Yeah, nothing much to do. Makes the 3 and brings the checker to the 5 exactly. Makes the 3.
Mochi is never leaving his anchor.
Oh,
really?
Makes the bar. Okay, interesting. Okay.
Very interesting. I did not.
No, I didn't see it, and I didn't see it coming. I mean, that he would play it. So now he makes the 3, I suppose. Yeah.
John O'Hagan has to step up.
Yeah, no, you think so? I would have made the bar actually, because I mean, you ran into the attack. I mean, I would have made the bar. That looks like a decent prime, and now this looks like another play on for John, or does he have to double this? I mean, what would be the rationale for doubling here? I don't see a lot of reason, to be honest. Yeah, he plays on. I mean, no sequences, almost no sequences where Mochy is back into the game. And
Fix. Well, you just play safe here because you can just double next
you
roll.
you don't want to. I mean, you can always cash this game, and you really don't want to expose yourself. Actually, now he probably should cash.
A bit too awkward.
Yeah, a bit too awkward, and that is what usually happens when you play on in the original. But still, I mean, it's a play on, and you have to go for it, and maybe you get lucky. But most of the time, it just ends up being a double pass. Okay, so I was thinking about making the 5, and he does it. Probably correct. Looks good. Now the bar. And she has to escape with 1 checker. I suppose. Oh, that is what I didn't see. That is why Mochy is Mochy.
Mochy's gonna hit here, though, no? Yeah, I mean, John's gonna hit there. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's gonna attack. What great play by Mochy. I mean, if it's, I mean, I wasn't even. I mean, I don't know if it was a great play, but to be honest, I didn't consider it.
He didn't make the 5 prime. He could have made a 5 prime, no?
Yeah.
Could have just
made
now
the bar everything goes so fast. So Mochy's that looks like a pass.
Like a pretty easy take, no?
Take, yeah. It's the score is. I mean, you have to be a little bit more conservative in this gammonish positions, but so much work to do. And
I'd like to pass now, though, if that's possible. Can I pass retroactively?
You cannot do anything. You can just say some smart things, which you are doing. Okay, so
I like it.
So
okay.
Now
I can pass.
Pass, yeah, that would have been a little bit too rich, probably. Okay, now you have 2, yeah. Okay, that was a crucial roll, and now that looks like
looks like a closeout to me.
Yeah. Okay, that was of course, a great sequence of rolls, because now again you get some easy decisions, and the opponent doesn't get any.
I'd like to point out that Mochy still has 20 seconds. So in this game, he hasn't used any time at all. It helps when you're on the roof with 2 checkers with your time bank. Yeah, with your time bank, it's a little easier.
Certainly true. And this time, really, there is no need to take any risks bearing off, because if you don't get hit, the gammon is basically assured. So
now we've got 68 likes now. Much better. Thank you. The more, the merrier. Gammon City.
Yeah. Just make some crossovers.
Yeah, you're supposed to just stay there for the PR, though,
yeah,
right? Not supposed to cross over for the very last minute.
I was already seeing his time running down, and I mean, he really likes to think in this run against the gammon positions. This is now officially over, so it's 8-5 Crawford.
So 1 away, 4 away. Crawford. What are Mochy's match winning chances here? Is it 19%, something like that?
Yeah, 18 and a half something.
18.5.
Yeah. So, and he has to go for the gammon. Gammons matter at that score. That's also an important feature because if he had been even, it would play, basically this game would play like DMP.
I think John was supposed to slot there with the 2-1.
Yep. Now it's also fast. That's okay. 5-4 step out seems to be correct. Hit should be clear. And hit, of course. Hit and out. And hit again. So lots of hitting. I think. What is he? He maybe doesn't want to hit. He's ahead in the race. Maybe he doesn't want to. He's thinking about just playing it safe to the midpoint and enter on the 4. But in the end, he decides to hit. Okay. That's a great roll. And now it's probably. Do you really play 13-8 here? Okay.
What?
So
Oh,
that's
interesting.
Interesting. Yeah, maybe.
I'm
not so sure. I think compared to this play, I would have actually really preferred to break the mid, but.
I like having the bar. I mean, I understand that in a lot of those positions when you're holding an innerboard anchor, having the 18 is a bit redundant at times. But I would have had a really hard time.
I didn't hit loose. I mean, excuse me for the interruption, but he could have hit loose. I mean, he can. I mean, he can play pure. Oh, that was a great shot. Remaking both bar points. That's now we know why he didn't need it. In between, he just remakes it. Great shot. And now, do you hit loose? But where is the deuce?
The deuce is playable.
Yeah.
This way though.
Okay, so now Mochy is in big trouble. You definitely have to hit loose with the ace, even if you don't need the gammon, I suppose. Yeah. Well played, and now I think we are nearing the end of it.
It looks like the end of the road. Cue the Boys to Men song. But anything can happen. I mean, John could just never roll a 6.
Yeah, or an ace now. Okay, there's the 6.
Yeah. Hit and out.
Okay.
I would leave the third guy alone.
Absolutely. You don't. I mean, that just increases Mochy's chances to hit something.
Yeah, you don't need it. But you don't want it.
Yeah. And play super safe. So, yeah, that's the best distribution, the safest, and clearing both points.
I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to say Mochy wins the PR and John wins the game.
Okay, that's...
but only because of that one game where he dove headfirst into the back game.
Yeah, I mean, it can never be wrong to bet on Mochy in the PR, actually. So
very
true. Yeah, I think they will... I mean, that's my best guess that they will... split here. Okay, now the big moment comes. Who wins the PR? Probably, I think, in the competition. Oops.
Oh, it's a lot.
But okay, Mochy wins the PR, but yeah, I mean, really got a little bit lucky here. And yeah, maybe you were right that it was really the back game, but we'll see later. I mean, Mochy said he will.
He's gonna send the file now, right, for us to look at.
Yeah, he wanted to send it to me, and I will run it quickly through my computer and just waiting for the file to come. Okay,
Mochy just sent the attachment.
Just sent the attachment and see how fast my computer is. Okay. It's already importing and it says it will need a minute to analyze it. Okay, so let's see if that is true. And now I have to try to share my screen. Okay. Now it's still running, so yeah, what do you think? Where were the biggest mistakes here in this in the match?
I'm thinking just the only game really with the major mistakes is just in my opinion, just John entering into the back game. I think is where most of it is.
Okay.
And so my computer's running it right now as well.
Yeah, I will share the screen, and actually the plus analysis so far makes John's PR a little bit better, but yeah, but we haven't finished yet. So there's another game to come in, but I don't know what's the criterion, which analysis level for.
I think it's just world class. World class is what they've been doing it at.
Yeah. Okay.
So just the faster one.
I don't know. I'm sharing my screen. Do you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay, so then we should. I mean, we should just look at the blunders.
The video of myself. I think you should move off to the side.
Yeah, I will do that. Why? I mean, that makes for a good.
No, because you can't see it anyway, and it blocks the board a little bit.
Yeah, no, that was just a joke. Actually, it seems like you predicted, Mochy won the PR, but maybe we are. It's a little bit surprising to have a combined PR over 9, but let's just. Take any position that you really want to see. I
just want to click through it, go through the red stuff.
Yeah, okay. So then we got here through the blunders. So this was already the back game. So
how about game 1 with the move 19 with the 4-1 as well?
Move 19.
I think John lifted the 6 and we were like, hey, he should just take the checker off.
Okay, yeah, that was for a bear off, for a technical play, quite a bit mistake, not a blunder. I mean, hard to blunder in this position, but yeah, we had the feeling that this must have been a mistake, not to go aggressively. Usually when you can keep the close out and the gammon is on the line, I mean, you can see it's still not gin. For the gammon, you should just keep the close board. Yeah. And let's just look at the second game.
Cool.
It was the cube here.
And he's asking if you can swap the players because you have John O'Hagan on the bottom and Mochy was on the bottom during the match.
Okay, the colors are fine, or does it matter?
No, the colors don't matter. So Mochy's on the bottom now. It looks perfect.
Yeah, but I can also. I mean, now Mochi's white, but
whatever works for you.
Yeah, I mean, everything works for me. I did. Let's just switch the colors as well. So then, that should do it.
Right. All right. So now we're on the second game.
Now that's the second game. Actually, who said from the spectators that this was a big take? I mean, that's what you told me.
Oh, that's what somebody said, but it's actually a really small pass. But how about that 5-3? So there's a lot of things that pop up on my screen as red because anything over 0.05 on mine shows up as a blunder. And so like move number 4 for John O'Hagan, the 5-3.
Yeah.
where we said he should split instead of play 8 to 5.
Yeah, and that's actually almost a blunder. I usually use this 0.05 as well for my private blunders, but I thought since for the transmission I changed it to the standard settings. So yeah, I was surprised. I mean, why? I mean, you have the stronger board. Why not go for the exchange of hit, or why don't these aggressive splits usually are quite good when the opponent has the bar point? You really don't want to get stuck on the 24 point.
And Mochy's next play with the 6-3 is interesting as well. That ends up being a fairly sizable mistake where they just wanted to play down and hit, which is interesting.
Yeah, maybe it's just too much exposure, and what this coming down does, or let's see the final position. When you get hit, you actually have a chance to get a decent anchor. So you have some much better chances, and this is the final position. Still many hits, and really you get hit, and then where can you anchor? Usually only on 23. I noticed this, that in these positions where you are a little bit like in a dicey position, you want to have your checkers in a position to get an anchor if things go a good anchor if things go well.
I also think that it just takes away all of the spare checkers on the 7 and the 8 points. So let's say he just misses as well, right? Then you get to cover with 1s essentially, and then your 7s and 8s are just going to leave more shots, even if you are lucky enough to cover. Whereas the other play just gives you spares on all of the points to cover if you get missed as well.
I just see that Mochy is here as in the meeting too. So Mochy, are you there? No, he's sending a smiley.
Yeah. Okay. So if you were to move 31. Remember, we mentioned this tactic here. Should he cover the point, or should he just attack on the 1 point and go for the second blot?
Which move now?
Move number 31.
31. Okay, let me check it out. Okay, that was the initial. Yeah, that was. We were kind of torn actually. I think I would have made Mochy's play actually.
And I'm definitely going fishing.
Okay.
So I think in these spots where I know I'm going to be a dog if he gets to cover it.
Yeah, but how big of a dog are you when you own the cube? That's the question here.
With 9 guys off?
Yeah, with 9 guys off owning the cube, and also if that structure remains, I can take off very aggressively. And because the blot will be still there when bearing the checkers off. So yeah, I would have done the other play, but good point.
Think if you had maybe 7 or 8 guys off instead of the 9th guy, where it would be 50% or better, then maybe you don't do it. Yeah,
I mean 9 is definitely a borderline. 7, 8, I wouldn't consider it, and then there is another one, but this is only small stuff. I think since I don't know how much time we have left.
Yeah, we can just click through.
Maybe the cube actions. Okay, this was the one that we mentioned where I didn't know what it was, but I was surprised by the speed of the decision. So it's actually a very small cube, and maybe we can find. Okay, here's something red. So that's one of the blunders, and that was this game. Okay, we better take a look at the cube here. Yeah, that's what I thought. I mean, if it's a take, it's probably not a double.
Which where are we? I'm trying to look at your screen here.
Yeah. Okay, that's the Mochy's double against the 3-point back game. I mean, he's
game 4.
Fairly a favorite. What is the score? Leading in the score, and he could face. I mean, with such a high winning percentage for John that converts into so many recubes. Maybe we can have a look if John actually had a recube when we said that he might have first. Okay, Yeah, he did, but it wasn't. Yeah, it was a sizable. Oh no, this was before even.
Yeah. And
So you
remember when Mochy played? No, yeah, when Mochy played his double sixes, I didn't really like that play either. I would have
right
just
after
the cube. Yeah.
So that
because the question is, why do you want to have the furthest away point?
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. That's weird actually. Yeah.
Because that's where all the trouble starts to stem from when that's holding contact further away. It's just so much harder to clear.
But you can see this was the game that brought that increased the PRs.
The PRs, definitely.
Yeah, because all the containment stuff and it's really super difficult.
Look at this. Look, this is my favorite play, move number 17, the double 5. So the double 5 was just incorrect to hit. And it's massive. And this is where all the PR comes from.
Yeah. Yeah. We even haven't considered. Yeah, I mean, now when you see it, it seems like obvious. White is not ready yet. Yeah. Sure. Just build your board. You will get so many shots, and Mochy can even roll. I don't know what are the real terrible numbers. Something like 6-2 seems like rather unpleasant for blue. Is that
6-2 will leave a double shot, right?
Yeah, with 2 blots or some
against the 3 anchors.
Yeah. But that is just the human tendency to hit too early and not be patient in these massive back games.
Yeah, and I think I mentioned one time, like with the move on number 19, that the computer really does like to make outfield points in a lot of these situations to kind of lower the volatility. And so if you look at move like 19, you'll see that it's right just to make the 10 instead of just spreading everything out, because it's just about control, but also balancing the idea of, hey, like, your winning chances are what they are, but let's not get gammoned along the way.
Yeah. And the swings on the swing on the double 5s is pretty significant here, I suppose.
And the 2-1 again coming up on move number 21, making this point instead of the other one and playing inside, just trying to keep the contact.
Let's see what's the correct move. Yeah, I was thinking. I was thinking about just making the 8 point. Yeah, 8. I don't know where that ended up, but that's also a mistake, it seems. Oh, no. Actually, I was able to promote it to the top, seems.
Through higher analysis, right?
Through in the plus analysis. But also,
you play better than you play better than 3-ply, that's for sure.
What I'm really happy about is that when somebody of the data said that it's a huge take, and I was thinking that might have been a pass that was I felt a little bit embarrassed, but
I think they want us to speed through this part of it.
Okay.
But I just want to point out that I think I brought this move to the attention in move number 22 as well, where they just wanted them to make the 9 point and play 4-3 was my thought. Just making these points have a lot of value on the outside with control and lowering the volatility and getting around. And sometimes, they roll some numbers from the roof, which will force them to leave more shots, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
I think we have to go back to the game. Yeah, we'll just leave this.
Yeah, and I'm going to be studying this particular game later on my own. After the match.
And let's go back to Galaxy. I will just stop sharing my screen.
All right, and I'm looking for John's invitation whenever he's ready.
Okay, but they haven't started yet. They already started, so now. Okay, you do the commenting. I found them.
You did?
Yeah, I found
What's the match number?
Oh, now let me check. Oh, where do you see the match number? I mean, it's now further down the list.
No, it's whatever numbers at the end of the Backgammon Galaxy thing at the web page up at the top. where it says the address.
Okay, let me get to its match. 9459310.
I found it. Cool.
So, and we missed an entire game. So
It's amazing.
I hope. So I think they both decided they have to speed up. Okay, so let's concentrate on what's going on. Making the 5, correct. Running out, done. Do you want to split? Yeah, probably. Yeah, you really would love to make the 5-point, but I think there is no way that you can do that. So just anything else. So I think he's considering 14-10 or play completely safe. And he played 14-10, I think, because of John's blot, so giving some indirects for better distribution.
No consideration to making the deuce here. Staying split, probably the best idea.
I think so, because of the stripped position here and just now more shots. I guess he has to make the anchor now and settle for holding game. So is there any way to play without leaving anything?
I don't think so. I think you just play 4 down.
Yeah, and hope for the best. And then if you get missed, you have a cube.
Fingers crossed. And if he hits you, well, we've got a game again. But I think it's the main way to bring it home.
Yeah, and I don't right now. I don't see any viable alternative. So yeah. So missed, and that's a cube for sure. And can he take this? With the gap on the 5, it's really many pips, 32 pips. Sometimes I'm surprised what you can take when there is still some structural problems, but I really think
he's also holding 6 away on the
the
10-point with the gap, so maybe he does get to take this.
Yeah. But the shot equity, I mean, now he just makes the 9 and the 8.
Makes the 9 and the 8, yeah. Just cleans it up. But a lot of those positions, maybe if he was just holding 5 away instead of 6 away, he can get away with passing. But in a lot of those 6 away positions, especially when there's a gap, you can get away with a take.
Yeah. But this one looked really flexible with the extra builders, and there was virtually no race equity. So that's, I mean, if you have if your wins only depends on the shot equity alone, I mean, I made quite a few mistakes in these positions by wrong passes, but so maybe that one would have been another one. I'm still not so convinced of the take, to be honest. Would you have taken?
I often in those spots where I find myself holding somebody 6 away, I end up taking those. Yes, because I think a lot of those 6 away spots. I mean, I don't think it's very easy to fill in the 5. I know he rolled doubles, which made it look pretty easy. But
yeah, and there are hardly any gammons. On the other hand, you almost never get to a good recube because after you hit, you usually have one anyway. So the cube power, the recube vig is not so great. So yeah. But certainly a good game for the PR for both players.
If it was a take, right?
Yeah, but for Mochy, it certainly was a good game. Okay, so 3 men off and 6-3. Yep. Well,
I wasn't talking about the score when I was saying 6 away in the chat. I was saying that when the guy's anchor is holding another point that's also 6 away, that I generally find myself taking those. Whereas if you were 5 away from the contact, I would lean towards passing in a race like that.
Okay, so this looks like a single win for Mochy. Much going on here. And already waiting for the next game to start, basically. She will be leading 2-1, and both are more responsible with their time, it seems.
Yeah, well, that one back game really took it out of him last time.
Yeah. That was really. I mean, what could you do? I mean, that is. Yeah, but very interesting that the double was such a big mistake. It didn't feel like a double to us, but also not like, oh wow, this.
I mean, I go Mochy must, or who cubed that? Mochy, right? I was like, Mochy must see something in this that I don't see. He's got no dead checkers. He's got 3 points in his home board. He still has 4 points of contact on the outside to clear over them. It doesn't look like an easy proposition for me to bring that game home. But then when Mochy cubes it, you go, well, it must be a cube then.
Yeah.
That's my thought. I'm like, oh, I must be wrong.
Yeah, but that's usually what what I do as well. I mean, it's usually not. I mean, disagreeing with Mochy, you end up usually on the wrong side of history.
Usually, I'm a favorite to be wrong. I understand this.
Yeah. So.
All right.
Although he's such a nice guy, it's just in that sense he's intimidating. I mean, you don't want to disagree. So back to the game. This feels maybe like even a slotting play, or but the split is so important. This time he does it well. Just really when the bar is made, get off the 24. Should Mochy step up maybe?
Yes, just with one maybe though.
Yeah, with one and then make the 4 and play 8-6. I mean, that would
be my play.
Feels natural. I mean, race is about even, but he doesn't want to get stuck there. So yeah, that would be my play too.
Problem with coming all the way up to the 20 is that you might get pointed on. So
now I'm a lot more confident about my decision. So. And what is John doing? I mean, probably should he step up with the ace and then go all the way? He's not ahead in the race, so that seems like the wrong plan.
Wow, just the 5, huh? And leaves.
Yeah, that's. I love this play actually because he's down and duplicates a little bit, and yeah. So cube is coming up. I would say.
Why not hit then?
Yeah, but hitting on the 3. Yeah, I mean that at least it looked very interesting. I mean, why jumping out actually? I mean that is like a little bit like I wouldn't say surrender, but I mean now that's a perfect cube. You're ahead in the race. You have the shot equity. So I think the double is very easy, like one of these situations where when you don't roll anything spectacular, you still stay the favorite, except maybe after double use it is maybe. So yeah, I don't know why John stepped into the double shot.
He must really want to take it.
Down in the race. I mean, yeah, I would have played the 3 to the 20. And
well, can I ask you a question? So if he chooses to stay back, can he really take the cube?
Well,
I mean, I don't know. Like if he's trying to find a way to take, maybe this is the only way he gets to take. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he's right. I mean, I don't know either.
It's the only way he gets to take.
I mean, I think I would have taken staying back. So would I take now? I mean, 6 pips. I mean, if Mochy, of course, I understand the rationale that the small numbers for Mochy are great because they point on you. And the big numbers are also good for the race, but still 6 pips in such a long race. I mean, some are not too many gammons.
I mean, Mochy hasn't even cubed yet.
Yeah. That is again these.
But if he had stayed back, maybe Mochy cubes easy.
And he doesn't double. Maybe I feel like I got it completely wrong because for me that was the most natural cube in the world actually. But maybe it wasn't.
And now it's
a pass. Yeah.
It's just
because any hit followed by a miss from John is a market loser. Or I mean, I'm really surprised that he didn't cube this. It felt like such a natural cube from. But okay, we'll see it in the analysis.
Or will we? We don't have much time.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe we should focus more. Would be great if they made some fewer mistakes, so then we could just focus. Yeah, that's good.
I double hit. No, we could make the 10. Interesting.
I would double hit, I think.
I might have made the 10. I always have a tendency, you know, I lean towards making these points. I don't.
And I think it's usually a good idea, but here you are sort of in the driver's seat and you can...
Unless he just rolls a 3. The other one is just a permanent gain, right? You just end up having the race. If he makes it, he makes it. Like, it doesn't hurt so bad.
Then he hits you in the bar or something, and then, Okay, so that's a good move.
Okay,
so,
I cube.
That looks like a natural cube, especially down.
And I pass.
I don't like the position.
I pass.
I mean, with this score leading, I would pass too.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
I just say no thank you and move on to the next game.
Okay, but Mochy is a little bit more of a fighter than you.
Than me, yes. I definitely... Okay, so now it looks like an easy take.
I mean, I think the original position was an easy take for money. Now the question again is...
At the score.
Yeah, at the score without these recubes. I mean, it's really difficult for Mochy to get a good recube in. I mean, even at these seemingly innocent scores, those are factors to consider. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing who was right. This one. Because even if things go well, is that really... I mean, of course, yeah, you have a decent game, but
that was the best sequence possible.
Yeah, nothing to get excited about, let's say.
It was also the best sequence possible. You weren't put on the roof again. You got to anchor immediately.
Yeah.
Like, that's a really positive outcome. And now you're off the 24 point, which was not likely anyway.
And it's not like... many people underestimate how many gammons you still lose when you have an advanced anchor, but many checkers back, and so this position is still quite a few. I mean, of course, not super gammonish, but you lose some of them as well. Okay, now we are in a holding game, and
make the 10. I mean, I don't want to, but I mean, I feel like I don't see what else I can do.
Yeah, the alternative would be playing 6-3, but I mean, anyhow, you want to clear some points.
6-3? Oh, like that.
Yeah. Or you clear the 14.
I think it's too early to give that up. Because then you're still leaving shots, you know.
Yeah, but at least okay, the 10. I mean, that's tough one. So Mochy misses, slots the 4 probably.
And the 3 down or out.
Down. I think I wouldn't move my back checkers here. Just build my board.
No coming out, huh? With the 3? Nah, it's too much.
Yeah, and what's the plan? I mean, just build your board.
Maybe the 4 comes down and the 3 comes out. I don't know. I
like the play, but so now
it's a bit hard for me.
Now can John take advantage of the blot? Probably not. So now
This position looks very static for white. This is not a good number.
yeah, certainly he really would like to clear the rearmost point if he has to leave a shot, but it's just not possible. Mochy keeps on missing, so continuing to build probably. Make the bar. And it's not getting much better. Now he has to clear the point playing 9, or am I overlooking something? 9-3, 14-10 looks through, or is there anything else?
Wow, this doesn't look like fun.
Oh.
So what else is there? You could play the 4 down and the 6 in, yeah?
Yeah, 4 down and 6 in. That looks, I mean, that's at least clearing, trying to clear or clearing a point. Yeah, at least it does. I also didn't see any great alternative, to be honest. So now it starts getting annoying to miss everything.
6-1, yeah. It just makes the 3, or you could slot the 3 and play 7-6.
Certainly you don't want to move the goalkeeper, don't want to move the midpoint. So
you'd love to move the spare on the on the 21, but you can't.
Maybe in a live game when you're quick enough. But...
Oh man, I've definitely seen some funny things on my recordings of some tournament matches before, where I go, "Well, I didn't even notice they did that."
Yeah. Again, surprised. Oh no!
Ouch.
I don't quite understand actually. Okay,
okay.
Now I got it.
I understand now. I understand.
Yeah. Okay.
Now it makes perfect sense. And I still roll.
Yeah, that's what I meant. It's still like, I mean, now he's in a great position, but yeah, still has to wait with the recube. Maybe now, I think now, at least he should consider it.
I'm sure he thought about it.
Okay, yeah.
And he
Great
came up
shot,
with
by
this
the way.
scenario. Yeah, any 2 is a fantastic shot, and the 6-3 is going to hit. No?
Yep.
Yeah, you got... Oh.
Or, I mean, you can also just, I mean, maybe not, you don't have a cover. That's the problem. I mean...
Yeah, but...
So spare, you can also go for the outfield.
You could make the 12.
Yeah, the 12. So then, for example, a number like 6-3 is not so great anymore. That's interesting. Usually you just hit when the guy is at the edge of the prime, but
I would have a hard time not hitting, but then...
But maybe that plays just right into his card. So then, if he hits back, but still
he hits. But he could just roll a 1 or a 2 and then just be trapped back there. I don't know.
Okay, interesting. So now there is no hit.
Now you have no option.
Certainly don't want to leave blots, so I think it's 13-5, or is there anything else? Yeah.
Okay.
And here we go.
Now he has to clear the 6.
Yeah.
It's not leaving any extra shots, not with this spot here.
Yeah, especially there's
just too much.
Doesn't make any sense. No, that's
just too much.
It doesn't feel right. I mean, just hope for the 6 in the next row. And if it doesn't come soon, you are toast anyway.
It would take 0 seconds of my delay time in order to decide not to leave any shots.
Yeah, that's back to the subject of this stream. Interesting how other players use their time. So again, do you hit now? That looks...
How can you hit?
Yeah, I mean that means breaking the prime, so I guess you just have to. I mean, you don't.
I mean,
yeah,
this was my problem with not hitting the first time. Is just that like, I mean, now he got three rolls later and he still couldn't hit the guy, and he's eventually gonna pop a 6. I mean, it could still be right, obviously. I mean, it didn't look bad at first when he didn't roll it, but then you're still in a spot where you're gonna have to do it eventually. I don't know.
So
John hasn't won it yet. I know that for sure.
yeah, that's now. Okay,
now
he's getting closer.
He's getting closer. 4 and then 6.
Exactly. Don't waste. Probably not. Don't want to waste anything. Oh, he decides to waste some pips. I mean,
seems a little dangerous to me. I don't like tempting the gammon gods. And couldn't you have taken 2 guys off?
I think only one with a 4-2, and then he didn't put.
Okay.
So I mean, the gammon is a long shot.
Clear. Yeah.
So prepare clearing, and
I don't think so though. I think I would have taken the guy off because it's not like he doesn't still leave shots with 6-1, 5-1, 4-1. You know.
Yeah, but then that's double jeopardy. I mean, then he dodges the first bullet, and then still he hasn't cleared the point. So then there's
Mochy's gonna have to run soon anyway with this. I don't do this double jeopardy. Is double jeopardy a real thing? I thought that was I don't.
Yeah, but since
I don't believe in double jeopardy anymore. Ever since the passing of what is it, Alex Trebek?
Huh?
I don't believe in.
Okay. Well,
do you know who Alex Trebek is?
No, I have no idea.
Okay.
Just
He was the host of the U.S. game show Jeopardy.
Okay. So then, yeah, the game show tells. I didn't know.
A lot.
The moderator, but in this case, just to finish the subject, I think the gammon was such a long shot that Mochy could have stayed a little bit longer, and then it would have been really double jeopardy. But let's get back to the game. This looks like. What does it look like? Interesting.
I'm going to anchor and play 13-9.
Yeah, that's. If you hit lose, then probably you also want to split the other guy and play wide open.
Or you could hit both.
Yeah,
or you could do this.
That's a very nice. Okay, yeah, you can just.
I mean, this was my initial thought, but then you got me thinking about other stuff. You know, I'm like.
Yeah, I mean, but as a rule of thumb, it's usually correct to make the anchor instead of hitting loose. I mean, if it's the 20-point anchor, the golden point, that is now. So that's the default. Maybe this was the one exception.
We'll find out.
Somehow doubt it.
Okay, this is a fun one.
Okay, yeah, great shot, and another great shot by.
Nice return shot.
Yeah, and
even better.
Yeah. So even race, back to an even race, and advantage Mochy, I would say. Okay, you want to keep the 9. Looks. I mean, the race is about even, so why leave anything?
Okay. Are we slotting anytime soon?
Yeah.
No, race is too close.
Yeah, the race is too close, and just this. I have a hard time slotting when the hit is so costly.
The race is so close, so it's not worth it.
Okay, now it's advantage Hagen. Okay, he should safety the blot, no shots. And then what is he's thinking about leaving something now?
Well, he's thinking about leaving the outside guy so he can bring the other checkers down.
Yeah, but why?
But I wouldn't do it this way.
No, I mean you want to get in the cube first. Why take this risk? You will
I
get
wouldn't
to a
do
good
it.
double anyhow without taking the risk. So this I didn't quite understand.
But this is a pass.
And before it was still a I mean it's just 4 numbers. I didn't see the point. This 14 pips
Could be a pass.
looks like a pass to me. 6 away, a little bit more conservative. You should be. So I would pass this one. Okay.
Okay, got a little bit.
I'm just not. I'm
Okay.
lacking self-confidence to turn these things around. Okay.
Okay. Well, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's all it takes.
All that it takes to take. Yeah. So. And then now you roll double sixes, and now it's an even.
And now it's an even race
But with the cube on your side.
with the cube on your
Which is
side.
big. Yeah.
For now. 3 in, 4 in. Yeah. This way. All right.
Okay.
You know when you roll double sixes and you still can't recube. It was a tough one.
So that's why. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. Now I can see it clear. Oh.
No.
Up.
No,
Okay.
doesn't look so clear.
Better shut up. I better mute myself here. So.
In the chat, someone said Germans had a version of Jeopardy hosted by Frank Elsner.
Yes, I remember that, but I mean, I never was like too much into like game shows and all that stuff.
A friend of mine, he's also a chess teacher in New York. So double five.
Yes, you can see.
Easy take.
Easy
take.
take.
My friend of mine, he also teaches chess in New York City, named Jonathan Corbla. He's a former Jeopardy champion and now hosts his own game show on some television network. But I remember back in the day, we used to go out to all these trivia bars, and there would be 10-person teams, and then it would be me and him, and he would just beat everybody by himself because I'm awful at trivia.
Okay.
Awful and terrible. All right, so he gets to make the 5 and the 3.
Yeah.
Nice
Okay,
little
so
saver.
3 points. So we are now in a. Okay, but this is still nothing. And now the split and down. And if he fans again, then there is something. Or is there anything else but the split and down?
No, I think you have to split. The guy's on the roof. There's no better time.
Okay, no,
What?
I don't like that at all. Really, I mean that's the perfect time.
The weakest part of your position is still being stuck back on the 24,
Yeah.
and the best time to take that chance is when the guy's on the roof, because even if he enters here, right, like you could just anchor and the game would be over.
So
Potential.
really, yeah. I mean, I don't think that was the right idea actually. So
I mean, it feels
now-
like even Mochy has to split here.
Yeah, Mochy has to now that the bar.
And this spot
made,
is worse for him than it was for John because the other guy was on the roof, but you can't stay on the 24.
I think it has to be down and the small split, yeah, because
What else are you gonna do?
Yeah,
you just lose if you stay on the 24. I think.
I mean, also John is not playing a blitzing game yet. Still not so much material in the zone. So I think you have to get your back checkers going, especially when you are already below 2 minutes.
Yeah, well, and after the play, you're actually going to be up in the race.
This was the alternative.
Yes,
okay,
I saw this play, but I still would have done the other one.
Yeah, me too. Still.
I didn't miss this one. I just thought that blocking 6 away had value, giving the guy, it's like, what do I do now? Yes, of course, but now you've got 3 on the 24. This isn't fun.
Yeah,
now I make the point and the other point as well outside.
2 points. Okay, that is how you get off the 24.
This is how you get to take the cube. Is this a spot you want to be in?
But this is not
okay.
even a double. I mean, no volatility or not much. I mean, it's just
Okay.
anybody's game here.
You
So
ready?
you make, yeah.
I'm blocking the 8. How about that? I'm not gonna make the 4.
Yeah, I'm also think I'm blocking the 8.
The only number that kills me is double 6s, so I can't give it to him.
And 3 checkers indirectly behind the prime.
Ooh.
No. I mean,
It looks pretty.
okay, now
Okay, IQ.
just wait a second. Here we
Cube.
go.
Cube, please.
This is just, I mean, you have the timing advantage. I mean, this is one of those positions where your role matters less than your opponent's role.
Of
It's
course,
more
if he doesn't roll a 6, he can't take next roll.
Yeah. So
the market losing sequence is just you rolling normal, him not rolling a 6, and then the game would be effectively over.
Mhm.
And so I cube now, especially trailing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's not the hard part, the cube. The hard part is
I think it's
the take, you know, the hard part
it
is
feels
the
like a take. This time I'm on the taker side.
I would take, but
Yeah.
I'm not happy about it. I must express my displeasure when I take, you know? And then I roll the 5-2, and then I go, what? You see, easy cube. Problem.
Take. The more time he spends, the more he has to take, by the way. So he gets a take, better take by the second, actually. Okay.
Oh, a
passes,
little
so-
pass. Maybe dude,
I
just do the
I
score.
feel like I get every cube action, maybe not wrong, but different.
I
somehow.
feel like I'm leading you to poor decisions. It's my fault.
We'll see. I mean, at least maybe we should, in the after analysis, since we don't have that much time, focus on the cube actions. So 5-4 in. Good play. Okay. Seems like
The funny play is to just hit both.
yeah. But this looks.
This is the normal play.
Yeah. This is also now another mutual holding game. Probably just, I mean, you don't really want to play 6-1, right? So maybe just jumping out to the bar. What do you want
I
to
don't
do
know.
with
I
it?
think there's some actual things to be
Yeah.
said about staying back in this position with how awkward and stacked everything looks.
Yeah, I just don't. I'm not so fond of 6-1. Then maybe.
Well,
I would
you
have
could just play 13-8 then.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. I mean, just 6-1 felt like a plot so liability. So okay.
And we get another shot.
Yep.
Just make the bar and then roll a 1. Okay, no 1. I step up now.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, what would, or you come down and play. Yeah, but yeah, what for? I mean, that's only. So now you can duplicate uses by hitting, having a really good game. If you get missed, then what's the alternative? It's just
The
would
alternative
be-
is just the tranquil play where you just play down and cover, but
And then how? Yeah, he goes for it. Now he has to deliver. He does. Okay, 1 in, and then. Okay, the last 4. I have a hard time seeing the last 4. For
so
now.
you could
Probably-
just go ahead.
I thought maybe what I see is going to the mid and playing 14-10 and hope for the best. Is there any, or maybe staying back and making the nine? Yeah, that's
Really?
what I like better.
You like this play better?
Because at least, I mean, even if you get hit and again, then you may be able to anchor.
Yeah, I would have done the hoping for the best play because in this spot, I mean, he could
Yeah,
have
but-
hit and sent another guy back, which I don't like.
It feels like the 9 point is at least something against 3 checkers. This broken prime, in case you get hit, gives you still a lot of play. Okay, now
I think I would have hoped and prayed, but we shall see.
okay, 15 pips, 6s, close. I think the take is, I think if doubled, take should be. I mean, again, I would take. So I think it looks like at least. Okay, it doesn't even double. What do you think?
I think step 1, I cover the ace.
Yeah, okay.
How do I think about the take? Okay, well, he's happy he didn't
Yeah.
cube.
That's for sure. So out and make the 5. And is this a play on what could happen? Nothing, basically. Or is
I think
this-
ooh, really interesting.
You would have doubled? I mean,
I don't know.
doesn't feel so. Now, is that a great take? Especially since his take point is so high. I think this 4-away situation, he probably I mean, that is maybe a position that you can take for money and have to drop at the score because of the 4-away situation. So that made the play on better because you can cash after the other guy anchors. So then there was virtually no danger of taking another roll, I think. Okay, making 12 points, yeah. Interesting that John already switched to the 2-down play at 6-4. Don't know if that was right on the first roll.
Can't be that bad.
No, for sure. I mean, in the opening roll, probably no blunder potential. Okay, let's making it. And okay, would have considered stepping out, but then why? Okay, now still nothing because of the score. And he shouldn't, yeah, now he's under pressure again to do something. 6-4.
6-4 is not a good number.
Yeah. Especially when you have to do something soon. You don't want to lose on time.
He's still stuck back on that anchor.
Yeah, but I think, is that a cube? What are you? Well, I mean, again, I think it's a take. So to get that out of the way, that said, being down now.
Okay.
You make the 4 point, but I mean, this is cube. So again, the take is clear, I suppose.
You would cube this. Oh, as the
Yeah,
trailer, yeah?
Yeah, as a trailer. I mean, I don't know. The take is clear.
The take is really easy.
Yeah, it's super easy. No pressure.
So what are his market losers then?
You're just hitting the blood, but yeah, But there's. I wouldn't have doubled. I mean,
Okay.
I agree with this decision.
Yeah.
But I think it with the score, it's.
Oh.
Okay, now we have got some volatility in.
Yeah, that was pretty frisky.
So now.
That was pretty frisky.
Yeah. I think now you have to turn the cube. There are also some gammons. You can roll something like double 4s. I mean, what are you waiting for? Still up 13 pips. Yeah. Yeah, take is clear still. So
John says, if you're going to do that, I have no choice.
yeah.
If the...
It was the cube provocation play, the famous one.
Yeah, he goes. He picked it up before it touched the table.
But I think, I mean, what were the alternatives? I can't. I mean, now everything goes so fast.
I mean, the race wasn't terrible. I mean, you didn't necessarily have to hit, but I mean, it's the play to win. But it also is the play that holds the most volatility for the leader in the score. You know, things could go awry. They could have. So
still can.
Actually. They still could be going that way.
What?
I think the other play played with just no blots like this at all. You would have just cleared the 11 and would have just gone all the way to the 5 or something, you know, or.
Okay. So now
step 1.
The point and step out with both, correct? And that was a crucial hit.
Yeah, and this could go sideways.
Yeah, hit and out probably, yes. Duplicating force.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh has been called.
But still.
This is the worst number on the dice, that's for sure.
You're really quick seeing these things.
This is the worst.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything. That I understand. Probably the worst.
What is this number? I mean, are you hitting the guy again? Is that just too much with the 5?
Yeah. I mean, with all the blots out there, it's really tempting, especially if he makes the anchor, and then you still have to bring the game home.
What else am I gonna?
You're entitled to some action because the gammon values favor you, so you wanna be in gammonish positions.
How could I not?
It's really a pity to play something like make the midpoint 6-3.
Oh, it seems.
Yeah, I like the play. I like the play.
It would hurt my soul to do anything otherwise, you know? It would hurt my soul.
Now you make the.
You could make the deuce and then maybe hit on the wall.
Yeah.
Go for the jugular. Uh-oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Let's. Okay. I still like the way you played it, to be honest.
Yes, of course. I'm just awing the outcome.
It's would be like an anticlimax if that.
Okay.
Okay.
Double 3s.
Okay. So.
Makes the 4. Let's go.
Okay.
1-5. This is no good.
Well, I still take
3-4. Covers and comes out.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Look at that swing. I feel like I'm on a playground right now. There's so many swings.
Yeah. So he's, in the end, probably his brave play is rewarded, but I think he really chose the correct game plan at that score. So Mochy actually doesn't want to hit anything. Or maybe he does? Does he? No, he doesn't. Usually you just don't hit anything.
This is so awkward. But you don't want him dancing either, but I hear you.
Yeah, now at least he has to step out. If you survive another one, you probably have to step out.
Uh-oh.
Okay, that was a good one.
That's a good
one. Yeah.
All right, he's going to stick around for one more.
I think so.
One more.
And
there it is.
Okay,
he missed it.
Yeah, I just wanted to say maybe then he would have to open the bar and like the trap play, but then he rolled double sixes.
Then he rolled double sixes. The trap play. I love the good old fashioned trap plays in those positions. Okay, I clear the 6.
Yeah, I think so.
Anything else just looks a little bit too risky for it, you know?
Yeah, I don't think so. Not at all. I mean, it doesn't even increase the gammon wins, I think, because the first, I mean, in order to win a gammon, you have to win the game as well. So that reduces wins. So I don't think it was.
He's just compensating for the other game where he lifted.
Yeah, but
everything.
he was right. I mean,
no, in the other game, from
yeah. In the other game, yeah, I know. But he was right this time to just play. I mean, he won the gammon. Maybe he would have won it the other way as well. But yeah, I think
this
it was
is the classic make the 2 point.
Yeah, at DMP, I mean, we are now in this Crawford DMP situation. Maybe that's actually better to run.
Maybe the book move for money is the deuce, but
yeah, I know that. But is that really the play that wins most games?
So I guess we just make the 5 then under that thesis, right?
Certainly. And the hit and make the 8, yeah. Okay, and now great shot. Down and 9 to 5 or something, or is there anything?
That would.
Oh yeah. Okay, this may be.
Oh, 6 prime.
This could end quickly.
Coming out.
Say so.
Now he needs one of those classic 6-1, 6-4s, you know, something to really make the guy think.
Just hit and not getting hit back, but
5-2. This is not the. You get to anchor.
Get the anchor and play against the 1 checker. Okay, to the mid and stepping up. Oh, isn't that stepping up right here? I mean, with the back checker. I don't know. I would have thought now he slots.
I think you just play 2 down, yeah. You really need the counter prime. You can't just play safe here.
I was just surprised by John's deuce not stepping up with the back checker, but maybe that was... Okay, here we go. Prime.
Here we go. Game time. Now you want to be hit? No? Oh, 1-4. What a perfect roll. 2-1. Okay.
Okay, that's okay. I
8 to 5, yeah?
Yep.
Oh.
I mean, I was just wondering why not playing 8 to 5. I mean, your roll, your move, but
just extra pure. Then your 6s get to play, right?
Yeah, exactly, because of the 6s. But that ace 1 probably settles the game. But
the other way he would have been double hit, so maybe he knew in the ether somewhere. Yeah. 6-4. Okay. This isn't fun. Okay, 3-1.
Fun, but keeps the board still some life.
A little bit of awkwardness here. He does this play.
Could have cleared the
7. And now the awkwardness ensues. Double 3s. This is terrible. And make the deuce and go to the ace. 5-2 comes out. Okay. I'm still giving nothing.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, why should you? I mean, clearing a point helps. Yeah, correct. And
double 2s, that famous 2 prime there, you know, what are you going to do? It's just dangerous. It's just the strongest prime in the game. Okay.
Now he gets miss. Yeah.
Okay, 4-2. 2 in, 4 off. I don't know if I need to hit here. Okay, that's fine.
So, waiting for a miracle.
Might have just played 2 in, 4 off.
Two big doubles or something.
Looks like John wins this game too, yeah?
Yeah, and who wins the PR? Again, the bet.
I'm going to go John this time.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb.
What was the biggest mistake you feel you identified in Mochy's game.
I think there was some cube thing. I'm just guessing
Yeah,
right now.
I was surprised. I mean, the whole cube action was sort of a mystery to me, but okay, let's see. Da-da-da.
Okay.
Okay, so
Fine.
not such. So I think I
Go to the stats.
I got
here.
it wrong with the cube action.
Nope. There is a cube error. There's a 20% error with the double.
Uh-huh.
So there was a cube. I think it was the one we were talking about, right?
Yeah, where he was up 6 pips and had the double shot.
That must have been. We'll see in a sec for sure.
Okay.
Just got the file.
Yeah, I got it too. So
I guess I
see.
need to adjust my camera. Someone says my face is a little not on the screen because I'm kind of leaning back.
So while it's analyzing, I'll just go to the bathroom and be back in a minute, I suppose.
Sounds good. I'll keep the timer on.
Yeah.
Opening up this save game here. Documents. All files after the downloads. All right, we'll run this here. Let's see what I can do about sharing my screen. All right, time for a screen share. Time for a screen share.
Yeah. Okay. I hope I didn't time out. I don't know. Did you keep? Okay. So I'll just in a sec. I will share my screen. Which one is it? This one. Is it this one? Am I sharing the right screen actually, or was it? Couldn't identify it here.
I can see it. I can see your screen share now.
Yeah, and that's the right match. So okay, so we are good. So shall we just look at the cube action since we only got 5 minutes? I don't know.
Sounds good.
Okay, this is too good. Okay, that was the first game that we missed because we were still discussing this crazy containment game. So
I see why we missed it. It was 5 moves.
Yeah,
per player.
Okay. I mean, that was just a small play on that. So here, that was okay. That the take is. I mean, we were both. I mean, let me go to plus plus. So
pretty even.
You
pretty
were
much
actually
even
right. Yeah, but in plus plus it gets even closer. So yeah, rollout will tell. But that was basically you couldn't make a mistake here, just on the border, and
so take or pass. Even money, pretty much.
Yeah. And here we have a blunder. Let's look at the checker play quickly. So this was supposed. Okay. Your favorite place, the outside point, everything, just keeping together everything. And this was just you're already in such a dominant position that this just offers your opponent a way back into the game, I suppose.
Which hold on, let me see this again. Which number was it again? I can't see your.
Okay, let me go to the initial position.
Yeah.
So okay, you come in, you make the 3.
You make the 3 and the outside point, all right?
Yeah, and then you hope to get a cube in with a bad come in without risking much.
Tranquil. Just make the points, let them play. The points will win on their own. I think. Yeah.
I think we have the players again wrong. I suppose.
Yes, of course. They're upside down again.
Fretboard. Okay. So that was that was the take that we were like.
We said
okay,
pass. Why are you
Yeah.
taking this?
Yeah. Okay. So we 1-0.
Yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good.
So and now I really want to see this cube that Mochy didn't give, but where was it the game? So we have one blunder here.
This was a double take, right? That one game.
Okay, the slot. I mean, here we were wondering with the race so close, should you slot or not?
What did they say?
Yeah, and actually, slot is correct in this situation. Yeah, because the structure, you have the 11, even if you get hit.
You still got the 5 prime.
Your opponent is still behind the broken prime. Yeah, now I see it. That's unfortunate that very often you have to say that afterward. So where's this cube? I think Mochy didn't miss it.
I called that one though. I go, should we be slotting? It just feels right in these spots.
Yeah. You absolutely right. Yeah. A bit faster the analysis. So here is another blunder. What was the? Yeah, that was what we commented. I think we already discussed it. Yeah, that's just so natural to split. That's Mochy's play. So we really did better this time because we also called this one out. Remember?
Yeah. I mean, it's just like obviously the 4-point looks good, but the problem with that is that for one, you're not split, so you can't leave yourself, and then not only can you not leave, but now you're giving him better opportunities to leave by unblocking his 6s.
Yeah, and the 8-point has some merits on its own here. So yeah,
the 8-point's very strong there.
So this is the same game. So I'm looking here. It's this.
So how was the 5-1, by the way? The 5-1?
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
13-8, 6-5, exactly.
Yeah.
You were like, I can't go to the ace, and I go, okay, well then just play down in 6-5.
Exactly. You were right. I mean, I like to play. I just didn't like
going to the ace.
And it's
because them hitting idea. With the 1 is really volatile for them anyway, you know. So
I mean, oftentimes when you can place some blots when you've got a strong board in front of the bar anchor. And here the 4-3. Yeah, this is the same concept. I mean, you can just play flexible. This is just this play is just a little bit too stripped, and you can just play with more flexibility. I mean, there are hardly any
board.
Yeah, and there are not so many numbers where you get hit anyway. So this just
and then them hitting and then trying to cover, it just increases the volatility. I call that like the pinball effect, where you just start knocking things around, and if they have to do 2 things on the other side of the board, like things can just go haywire and go against the player that technically should have an advantage in this position pretty quickly. So
I have to kick you out now because Mochy sent the signal that
he sent the bat signal into the air.
Yeah, so we have to go back to.
Sounds good.
They start again. So let's see. Have they started already?
All right. So I can find the player and just type Mochy in the find a player, and the find a player thing works now. And they haven't started yet.
Okay, so
they've started right now.
Yep. Okay, this time, I mean, we are learning. I mean,
we're getting there.
Getting there.
Step by step.
Okay,
day by day.
Okay, last match. So actually, Mochy is in pretty good shape because John basically is forced to win with the PR race with the big advantage, because or John has to win the PR and the match actually. Then
so far it's 2 match wins for John and 2 PR wins for Mochy's, right?
Yeah. So what John has to do is win the match and win the PR, because if he loses the PR, then he loses the PR. So he has to win the match and win the PR. So what John has to do is win the match and win the PR, because if he loses the PR, then he loses the PR. So what John has to do is win the match and win the PR, because if he loses the PR, then he loses the PR. So what John has to do is win the match and win the PR, because if he loses the PR, then he loses the PR. So what John has to do is win the match and win the PR, because if he loses the PR, then he loses the PR. So what John has to do is win the match and win the PR, because if he loses the PR, then he loses the PR. So what John has to do is win the match and win the PR, because if he loses the PR, then he loses the PR. So what John has to do is win the match and win the PR, because if he loses the PR, then he loses the PR. So what John has to do is win the match and win the PR, because if he loses the PR, then he loses the PR. So what John has to do is win the match and win the PR, because if he loses the PR, then he loses the PR. So what John has to do is win the match and win the PR, because if he loses the wins the match and loses the PR, then the Mochy will have the best overall PR as far as I understand. So very clear. Yeah, this seems like a good double.
And so from the outset, based on the PR results of the first two matches, you would say that Mochy has to have an advantage to actually take the match down, because all he has to do is win the match, because he's been winning the PR every time.
Yeah, I mean, if they are not too far apart in the PR, any 1-1 result in this final match, any split leads to a Mochy win overall.
For the final PR, yeah. Because I think it was a 5 in the first one, and then he out-PR'd him by 1 PR in the second match.
Yeah, it would have been... It must be really a big difference if it's a 1-1. So basically, for practical purposes, John has to win them both this time.
So what's your play here? Are you just making the 5-point, or?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. Here I would hit on the 4.
Yeah, absolutely. Hit and probably cover the ace.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
I feel like anytime you have the ace point slotted and you have the chance to cover it, you just make it.
Yeah, that's what I'm teaching my students. Once you have it, it feels, it's almost always right to cover it at some point. Great shot, by the way.
It's not, I play with some players who still think it's 1976, and they will never put a checker on the ace point. And if there is a checker on the ace point, anytime they could cover it, they don't cover it. And then when I hit it, they say, good. I'm glad it's not on the ace point anymore.
Can I get into
No,
your game?
You're not allowed. No, it's closed. I'm sorry.
Okay, so let's back to the game. So John is obviously thinking of blasting away the third checker. Does he have enough material for an all-out blitz?
I don't think I hit on the 1.
No, it feels like then maybe.
Just position before submission. I just play outside. I build my prime and just squeeze him to death.
Yeah. Oh, now he
hits now.
Changes plans. Interesting.
All right. Well, here we go.
Okay.
6 is clear.
6 is clear, and then probably he's now looking for doubles. So Mochy starts to show some nerves.
Yes.
John should answer, you play to lose.
Yeah. Why are there always 3 checkers around for me to hit,
Okay, so let's so the 1-3 has to be 6-3. So
that's the first one.
Okay, something like this can't be that bad. And now this is the question: do you hit the second hit and just? I have oftentimes difficulties with this. When do you make the 5-point board, and when do you keep them all in the air? And
here, I think I would cover. I had a play earlier today where I chose to do the hitting play. It was right, though, so.
Just like. Okay. The covering play worked for John, and okay, so back to what we already know.
Could he make it exciting at least? Like, I need some more of those back games, please, where I don't know what's going to happen.
There's
6.
Yeah. So just that's also, that's actually the perfect way for John to proceed, close the opponent out, win every game, and through the amount of decisions also win the PR. I think that is what he was trying to do here. And let's see if Mochy will offer some resistance finally. Not in this game, it seems.
No, he's certainly taken this one lying down. He's just my least favorite part of playing these games online is that when I'm closed out, they still make me press the roll button.
Mm.
I'm just like, are you kidding me? I have to continually press the roll button. Like, I know there's a switch here where you can say automatically roll for you, but
Yeah, I don't dare doing that.
yeah, me either. But I also dislike pressing the roll button when I'm closed out on the roof.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah. Otherwise, you could just go make yourself a coffee or whatever. So that's actually when the opponent owns the cube. That's nice. Then at least everything goes automatic. But okay, so while we are talking now, you can make this cute place where you leave one checker. Yes, and now you leave that checker another time, so you get one more decision at least.
Yeah.
I mean, it's ridiculous, but probably you just have to do it. I mean, what can you do? You want to get this. Everybody does it, and if you don't do it yourself, you are at a disadvantage.
So basically, it's tricking the computer into thinking that you could still get gammoned by not leaving, and so it turns into an actual decision. Whereas if you run, it's a gin gammon, and so the computer stops counting your checker plays as a decision.
Yeah, exactly. You then in the last, now that was a decision, because if you stay, you lose a backgammon. So you jump out of the backgammon and
you make the 9.
I'm not sure. Usually a point is a point and all that stuff instead of hitting lose.
Yeah, I just always make the point here.
Yeah, I mean it's right so often.
Too many tough decisions. I feel like my head is overheating.
Yeah.
You know how much I want to make the 20-point anchor, but then I get the point on the guy on the 2-point. It's just so tough.
Yeah, I think that was the right choice. That the anchor. I mean, especially leading in the match, that's the type of position you, and again, make the ace, I suppose. Like.
Yeah, there's nothing else to do. It's just solid improvements, you know. One after another.
It's a little bit awkward. Where's the 6? I mean, probably 13-7.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing.
Yeah, nothing else. Yeah. I mean,
okay.
not
Yeah.
so bad.
This is the way.
John cannot do everything, so 6 is a hit, and the deuce coming up. Yeah, that's a hit. And when do we get into double territory? 28 pips.
Pretty soon. You know, the race is just dissipating with all of these hits too. But
I think I don't see the market losers just yet. So yeah, I think it's a good decision by Mochy not to double yet. Okay, just out. Well, makes the 4 still playable, still decent. Makes the 4, brings 1 down. Not many choices, and now we're really getting there, I feel. Okay, in with the 4, out with the 5. Is there anything else that you can do? And now, yeah. Yes, Insta-Cube, great. I mean, Mochy is really...
I don't like taking these.
I mean, it's just like the ace point made part of what's the game plan here? I mean, it's...
One of the reasons why I don't like taking these is because it's one of these spots where you have to get a shot to hit the shot and then contain the checker. And with the blitzing structure on the other side of the board, it makes the containment part of it very, very difficult. And there's no guarantee you ever get a shot to begin with.
I mean, there's still plenty of play. You can make the outfield point. So I mean, for money,
I take, of course.
Yeah, I don't know if how big swing that is. And okay, one feature of these bigger leads is do you lose a lot of gammons or not? And if the answer is no,
you don't.
You shouldn't deviate too much. So that is why probably it can't be a big mistake to take. So in and hit.
On the deuce? Or on
I
the
would
4?
hit on the
I would hit on the 2.
I would hit on the 2 as well, because I really I
Just
don't,
because of spare distribution, I would do
yeah,
the other one.
exactly. That's so stiff. Well, not anymore. So now we even in. So in, hit, and another hit.
Yeah.
The 4-point probably you don't want to have him give him the second anchor. So many choices here.
I see one choice. How am I not just hitting the guy and making the 4?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, that was the first, but then you can see you can also hit maybe, do some, keep the prime, but I think that's just the natural move.
And he comes out with these 2. I mean, with at least one.
Here I only see one choice: hitting loose, coming in, and out with 1. Is there anything else? Yeah, this one. So this one. Okay, hit and out to the bar. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is really another confusing type of position. How did they get there?
How did we get here? It's a very good question. I need directions. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's already. I mean,
you could choose the 1 blot variation here. How about
Yeah.
that? How about you make the 18 and play the 6 down? I don't know.
I think I like it.
You could play the 1 blot variation because
I mean, what are the alternatives? I mean, certainly you want to play 6 to 4. I mean, you can play 6 to 4 and 18-12. Yeah, well, that's also certainly a nice one. Just getting you improving your distribution a little bit. Now hitting and hit and out. Yeah, looks fine.
Okay, well, here we go.
In and.
Are you playing with all the blots, or are you going to the 2? I don't know about the hit here.
I also
seems a little risky.
Yeah, and it just doesn't feel what's. Yeah, I like that. I like that.
You're just winning the game, but as white, I think you are hitting on the 5. No, is that too risky too?
I mean, you're still. I mean, the race is getting closer. I mean, as white, okay, you own the cube. You want to calm things down with your lead. So maybe. Actually, I think I kind of like making the 9 here. Just getting some structure, and feels like you have a very solid game from there.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, hitting on the 5 is very loose and is dependent upon luck, whereas the other play is really more my style. And now that you mention it, is just creating the structure and just expecting that. What? I didn't even see this play.
Yeah, this is rather, I don't know.
I don't see the upside.
I thought getting some front structure, I mean, having a point in all quadrants, how bad can it be? So I would have preferred making the 9, honestly. Sometimes it's hard for me to rationalize it. It just looked better, to be honest.
Yeah. You know, some people say that backgammon isn't a beauty contest, but at the end of the day, it kind of is. In some spots, you know, like, does it look better? But, you know, looks are subjective. We all know that, you know. Mm-hmm. I'm just happy that my girl finds me attractive. That's all that matters to me. All right. Well, I mean, what's the consideration here? He's thinking about hitting and covering, or just anchoring and covering. I
think the cover is the deuce. Probably already played the deuce.
Yeah, the deuce goes first. The deuce goes first.
Yeah. So what's the plan here? I mean,
and I think that's one of the benefits of playing over the board, is that you can see that he's doing the forced thing first. You know, when I teach people, I always tell them to do the thing that needs to be done first, and then it makes the other half of the play that much easier.
It's also easier to commentate when you can see it, because then you can explain the player's thoughts. So when you see the first number, or when you see the player moving forth and back. Yeah, this looks like, yeah, solid. The other, I mean, when the opponent has the 5 anchor, then this hitting and exposing yourself in the outfield just is not so helpful. So again, confusing. But what about 14-12, 14-13? That would be like some. What else there is, or making the 12. So yeah, or this one. Yeah.
Whichever one gets missed, do that one.
Yeah. Okay.
And this one got missed, so
yeah,
this must be right.
Make the 3, I suppose. Put some more teeth in your board, and this make the 11.
Number.
Yeah. Classic too many points, T and P position for both, actually.
For both players.
Oh, yeah.
And the 6-1 isn't a bad follow-up, you know. You don't have to leave any shots anywhere. You can just make the 8 and bring the 6 in.
I wouldn't slot the ace. I mean, that would be just, yeah.
I would do this.
Okay.
Because you figure the other guy's coming to you, and so you'd like to not have any blots in your home board when that's going to happen. And the 3-4, this is nice.
Good example of the concept. So just hit and continue, I suppose. Yeah.
So
and
ace duplicated.
Make them. If you come down. For some reason I don't like playing the ace 3-2. So, but then.
But if you so let's say you do, like, okay, so let's say you make the 13. This is.
I'm not so sure.
He was trying to duplicate the 5 and 1, right? The numbers that enter. That's what this play does, but.
Yeah. Okay, what?
He's not even sure if he wants to hit.
Yeah, you can see the merits. I wouldn't probably. I mean, that is the problem with white structure. I mean, it's really tough to contain these checkers. So is it really worth the risk to hit now? Because, I mean, slotting the 5 is sort of an attractive option and improve your board first. Because coming in on the ace, hitting with the 5 is a lot of exposure. I mean, certainly I'm not in a good position to go for some sort of blitz, and yes, tempting not to hit anything at all. So that makes Mochy's play. I mean, now we see the rationale for Mochy's play. These blots are sort of almost like diplomats, untouchable.
They protect each other.
Yeah.
It has that same sort of pinball sort of thing going on with it, where, okay, if you hit me, I hit you, and all of a sudden everything starts bouncing around inside of the machine.
Yeah, and I mean, Mochy has the stronger board, so and wants to mix it up because he's down in the match. So.
And if things go poorly with the hit on John's side, you know, the score could be even.
Yeah,
which is what he's trying to avoid.
I think I like his play, actually.
Yeah.
So now
it certainly takes the score into consideration.
Yeah. So now that's the question. He could have continued just playing like leaving blots, playing more flexible. Mochy, that is.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So it's a good question. Are we doing 13-7 or are we going 15-8?
I would think 13-6.
Yeah, that's what I meant. 13-6. Yeah.
Because 2-1, you don't want to. I think you want to keep the back.
Even though you're up this much in the race. So doesn't it get hit more? The 8s. I don't know.
Yeah, and it's just like it's a better connection in case you are hit. Oh, this is interesting. many choices. Probably, I mean, it's tempting to hit on the 5 and hope for the best, but probably that's just too rich. You can attack the 5.
You're leaving just as many blots, but way more shots.
So I think that was the best option. Now you have to, I think, make the mid and hit on the 5. Is there anything else?
I like the hit on the 5.
Yeah. Okay, John, when usually when he gets into these dicey spots, he finds a decent roll, and then it's Mochy again with his man on the bar. So I kind of
he's thinking about hitting for sure, but
yeah. Then he's thinking about
it also
the score.
seems about dicey. Ooh, the 6 in. I might have played the 6 down. I don't know.
Yeah, he was. I mean, the 5 point is certainly reasonable, and yeah, why take the? I mean, Mochy has to do something, come in, and then since he's stripped all over the place, so then he has to offer something usually, so you don't want to expose yourself. Yeah, I think that's best to do this. And now hit with the 4, and do you come down with the 5 as well? Yeah. And I mean, this looks sort of familiar.
Yeah, with Mochy on the bar again, right?
Yeah, I mean,
you have to hit. You've got to hit.
Yeah,
you can't just play tranquil here.
Yeah, and really.
Okay, well, he's got a chance. Just play 2 down.
Okay.
Well, we see
now
what the 2
looks
does.
Looks very familiar. 2 cover, 6 in, something like that. Okay.
6 out, and then maybe you just make the 8, just in case you roll double 6s or something. Oh no, double 6s works anyway.
But now you leave the shot on double deuces, and yeah,
you leave a shot on double deuce. Oh, if he rolls double 2s.
Yeah, so then.
Oh, I see.
Okay. We are silent, so we are in the stage of the game where Mochy is on the bar against the close.
Mochy's closed out again. Surprise, surprise.
At least this time he doesn't need to press the roll button. Yeah, that's really.
It's brutal.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, how are you closed out every game? Every game. That's unlucky.
Absolutely. Okay, this time he doesn't go for the extra decision, by the way.
Yeah. Well, you don't want to make the 5, huh? I mean, come on, there's no getting away from this one. He's trying to find a way to get off with double 6s, but it doesn't do it. Nothing does it. All right, well. Do you know your take points at 1 away, Crawford, 9 away?
Well, I at least know my take point in the Crawford game.
Yeah. I
mean, if I get doubled,
what are his match winning chances? That was my real question. What are his match winning chances at 1 away, Crawford, 9 away? Like 6%?
Yeah, something like that. Like 6 or 7, not more than that.
6.5. We'll say 6.5 then.
Okay. And they went just down a little bit. Maybe no. Now they went up a little bit, I would say. For sure. So you make the 10 and come down, probably.
Yes, this looks good. With the other guy buried on the 1 and 2 like this, I don't see the point trying to make the 1 here. So you just try to squeeze them a little bit.
Just in case we didn't mention it, this is one of those Crawford games that play like DMP.
It's hits.
So
5-4 makes the. Ooh, okay. We could either make the 3 or we could make the 9.
I think at DM, okay, you can make the 3, but then are you really wanting
Just
to
make the
blitz
9.
here?
No,
Make
I
the
don't think so. I think you just make the 9. Because
Yeah,
even if he rolls the ace, how is he getting out and around with that gap there, you know? So
I think I think making the 3 feels like the wrong idea when your gammon wins don't matter.
he's thinking about a lot of things.
Don't want it lose. Okay, I think we can agree on that. Or do you? Yeah, I like
He
to
agrees
play.
with us. Okay, that's good.
And should he make? I mean, he still has to make the 5. Does it make any sense to make the 3 and try to play the lower anchor game or something like fancy stuff at DMP?
You know what? Just for the sake of fun, I want him to do it.
Yeah.
Just for the sake of fun.
It can't be that bad because that looks like making the 5 feels
It
like
looks like it wins more.
Yeah, it's making the 5. It feels like yeah, sort of going for the silver medal in this game. But
it's like giving up, you know.
Yeah, I mean, there's of course this contact, but I think I would make the 3, use the checker. Okay, well, I don't know. Maybe that's correct, but who knows?
Okay, well, here we are. Here we are. 5-1. Just goes to the ace.
Yeah.
Nothing yet. Okay.
Do you clear?
Yeah, I think I'm going to clear it. And the reason why I'm going to clear it is just for the spares to try to make the 4.
Right. Okay, the 3. I mean, you still can play it, so I only see one safe play actually.
Yeah, there's only one safe play.
So probably you should make it.
It looks funny, but what are you going to do?
Yeah, but volunteering, I don't think so.
It looks really funny, but what else are you going to do?
Yeah, I'm rather surprised. Maybe there's another. Is there another?
You could just. There's no other safe play. I don't think it's either you make the 3 or you just make the 1 and play 9 to 6. But
I mean, it's not. I mean, still a decent position to get home when you just play the normal in the safe play. I'm surprised here. I'm a little bit confused.
Maybe somebody called him. He's just like, oh, I got to answer. Maybe his kid's there. You don't know. You can't see him right now, you know?
Yeah.
The kids just woke up.
But I think, yeah. Okay.
Maybe he's not comfortable playing until there's 30 seconds left.
Yeah. He needs a little bit more pressure to perform.
Little more pressure. Oh, okay. Well, now this is forced. He has to make the point on him. Yeah. Drum roll. Nope. Okay. Maybe you just come off the anchor. Is that something you can do here? No?
It feels... I mean, I wouldn't... I mean, that's again, if you come in on the 5, that is surrender. So he has to come in on the 2 and bury the checker. I mean, he has to run on the next row.
Yeah, that's why I would have maybe just hopped off the anchor to begin with. Especially at DMP where... You know, if I start killing checkers and I don't get to make the 5, then I don't get to win the game. So,
but this could again be Mochy against the closed board.
That's true.
Yeah, I think is there any? I mean, 7-1, 7-4 right now seems. I mean, is there any merit in hitting? And leaving more numbers. I mean, of course, there's the merit that you get. Yeah, but I think against a closed board, how bad can it be to minimize shots? I mean, it's course, there are some really awkward numbers in case you get missed.
there are many bad ones that leave.
Yeah, and even the race is not that great.
Yeah, even the race
So,
isn't that good.
yeah, it's really feels like this match. I mean, all the matches are just somehow not going Mochy's way. I mean, I'm not wanna. Maybe if I say that okay, interesting. That was 3 more numbers, but now he's in good shape. I think he is far enough ahead not to hit loose.
Oh, until you tempt the dice gods against John O'Hagan. Now it's
at least
okay.
No matter what happens, Mochy avoided the close out for
That's
once.
right.
I mean,
For the first time since this match has begun, Mochy is not on the roof with 2 or more checkers. Oh, come on, John. Leave Mochy alone.
I mean, on the one hand, I don't mind going to bed, but a little bit excitement. Okay.
Oh, come on, John.
But this would
leave
be really.
Mochy
So, what do
alone.
you think about the PRs if John wins this?
John has to win it, or else Mochy does, all right?
Yeah. So if John wins the PR, he's the master in this match. So
Drum roll,
excitement,
please.
excitement.
Oh, it's the only one he wins. We need deeper analysis, though.
Yeah,
It's too
we need
close.
a deeper analysis, and
too
that could be
close.
John could be the first one to beat Mochy actually in the contest. He's
wow, with 3
wow.
straight wins, a
and
luck
one
factor of
PR
88.
win, but it ain't over till it's over.
Yeah, we need the deeper analysis.
Wow, that's. So I don't know if we get to see if
Smash
everybody
the
joins.
like button for the deeper analysis. Smash the like button for the deeper analysis. All right, let's do it. Wow. Okay, so they just sent
Okay,
the
I just got the file too. So. And that's going to be a quickie, the analysis. So I will prepare the screen share. Okay, looking good for John. Okay, I think we have a winner. The first one to beat Mochy is John O'Hagan.
Wow. So what was the PRs again?
Finalists?
Oh, I see it right there at the bottom. 3.12 versus 2.38. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was a great one to win for the PR.
Yeah, I mean, all those decisions that John had where Mochy was on the bar. And here...
The problem with sitting on the bar the entire match is if you made any error anywhere, you don't ever get a chance to work it down.
Yeah. So let me check again. I have the players wrong, it seems. So, but I'm learning. I have to swap the board, and now that's fine.
Hi guys.
Hello, Mochy.
Hello, Mochy.
Hi.
So how did it feel being on the bar all the time?
Yeah, actually, the last match was most confident. I thought I played good. I mean, I didn't remember any mistake, but I guess I made a few
you want to have a look
play
at them?
mistakes here and there.
Okay, this one, yeah, well, this one is difficult to get right, I think.
All right, let's go through it. Let me see here. Let me make my screen larger. All right.
Okay, here we got one.
So how many games were there? 3 games there?
3 games, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, basically, first game it was closed out 3 checkers, and second game is closed out 2 checkers.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
And this 3-1, to find what is it? The 6th blot play is correct or something. That's really, this is supposed to be the best play.
I can't see your screen, by the way.
You cannot. I did the screen share, and I don't know. Can you see it now?
Yes, I can see it now.
Okay, so this. Okay, let's look at the initial position, and who would have guessed that you have to make the 6th blot play?
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's
that's pretty big.
Yeah, that's machine knows no fear. This is really yeah.
Wait, so how many numbers get hit after the other play? Just making the 5, right? Probably not that many less, is there?
Hello.
Almost, aces. Then,
Hi, John.
John, how are you doing? Congratulations! It seems like you won the PR in the last match, which makes you the winner of the whole thing.
Congrats, John.
Wow. Thank you. That's wow. I knew going into that 3rd match I was going to have to win both the match and the PR.
Yeah. That's what we commentated actually. That the only way for you to win it all is to win both. In this very match, and and it was great for you that Mochy was on the bar half the time and couldn't make any decisions, and you could just bring your checkers home and get decision after decision.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Just a perfect scenario for you.
It was, it was.
Yeah, and then.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
No, and then this move, I don't know if anybody would have found the machine play here. The 3-1 is really,
Yeah, I was wondering about that. I would have just followed the old saying, when in doubt, make the 5 points, like you did.
Yeah, and that's what Mochy did. And
but it makes sense. My play leaves a bunch of shots anyways.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And,
that's true. Yeah.
I unstacked the midpoint. Having so many checkers ready.
Yeah, and I think what this play does is protects your 2 blots here, because John's front position is quite strong. So even if you get hit, then you have a good chance to anchor. And what is really bad for you, if he hits you, if he makes a double hit and hits you loose on the 4 point, so that has to be part of the reason as well.
Yeah, I would have missed that play as well, but
everybody. So that was just a human mistake.
If I, found the right play here, then I would have won the PR, I guess.
Any, probably.
It's easily, easily.
Yeah. With these few decisions,
right click over it and get rid of it for a sec. See what it does.
Okay, so any place you're interested in? Here we have
any other red stuff. Yeah, let's see what that one looked like.
Yeah. Okay, that was the initial, and that was we were.
Yeah, just to play outside.
It's just.
So okay, so I'm not supposed to hit the 3rd checker. Huh? Okay.
Yeah, it's just if you get hit back, then
that's true.
Your blitz maybe gets to a hold, and this.
Yeah, I can easily believe that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
and
he get used to close me out 3 checkers, so
he just
he think it's gonna
he just
happen.
had already this feeling that Mochy is an empty chair, and at last away, nothing can happen like this.
Yeah.
Invulnerability thing. So then you just go.
Let's go to the second game. Second game was very interesting.
Yeah, I thought so too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, the cube. Let's see. I mean, this one is that we were just agonizing over this because interesting because as a rule of thumb, you prefer the point instead of hitting loose. I think that's just the default. I think, and so no wonder you made it. Probably it has to do with John's plot here on the ace, and you can just be a little bit more aggressive without much downside.
Stupid. Lack of study.
I mean, since it's a third roll position, that's always you feel bad if you get these ones down.
Now this is in the second game, correct?
Yeah, this is the second game.
Yeah. So I think he should have hit. Everything else being equal, this score he's down 4-0 to 2-9. So and I have the blot and the ace, so I would have ended in 9-5.
Yeah, but we as the commentators, I mean, you don't know that we were also like really not sure what to do. Or did you have
I wasn't sure either, but over the board I would have guessed right that time. But
how about cube action?
Yeah. Okay, cube action here.
I said I would pass this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Close pass. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a trivial take for money, so it's always like, okay, it's very hard to really judge how big a difference does it make. I mean, I think more gammons in the possession that you think, usually, at least I do, because usually you think you have the 5 anchor, so then it's not very gammonish, so then you can take despite being ahead.
I just thought in one of these games where you just need to hit in order to win, but also contain that with the blitzing structure on the other side of the board, like you might not get the shot, and then even if you do, it might not be a winner, but it's so close.
Yeah, the gammons are worth a bit more for him than normal. I think the big difference here is that I can very seldom ever re-queue.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I think that's the big issue there. Yeah. I mean, what is it? 20% gammons.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not hugely gammonish. And he's got a bunch of rolls that are just kind of average or below. I mean, where I have a easy, not easy, but I have a clear take. And I was, I wasn't sure, but anyway, small mistake. I can live with that, I guess. And then it was really strange. I had like a couple of these plays when I was moving my spare checkers from the 20 point into the outfield. I wasn't sure. It was like a 5-4 where there were 2 or 3 small plays. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, but
the 5-4. I think we were split about the 5-4.
Which one number? I have 5-4. Yeah, this one. Oh.
I think so. Yeah, I could have made the offensive 9.
Yeah, I wanted to make the 9 point. It doesn't seem like a big difference here.
Yeah,
I wanted to make the 9 point. Yeah, I remember.
That's
not a big deal, but yeah. And nobody wanted to hit loose.
I thought about it at first, but then I looked at the other ones, and the other two. I mean, I liked making the 9 at the end of the day.
Yeah, well, I thought about that, and I wasn't at all sure. So my first instinct was to do what I did. I thought, well, I'll just go with it. This is the kind of a position you're not going to be able to figure out over the board. So I just went with what my instinct told me.
It does give you nice flexibility getting that guy from the 20 out, though, which is
so that was the final position.
Good, not field control. No.
Yeah. But it's going to be hard to make this whole operation work for White here. Yeah. I mean, 2 points in the midpoint area of the board. It's going to be hard to, you know.
Yeah, I remember saying, why not have a point in each quadrant at least? So
Yeah,
I thought the 9 point gives some
Yeah.
structure there. So it felt this is just this. Since there's really no way to calculate this. You have to do what feels right, and so what looks better basically. And I thought the 9 point looked better. Yeah.
So I'm sure that Mochy won the average PRs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially there in this match, there were not so many decisions.
Yeah, we both played well here, but the first match was really difficult, I thought, for both.
Yeah, it was a difficult match,
and plus
you made it difficult, John. You started playing the backgammon, this one backgammon from the very start. And we were commentating. Okay, what isn't it?
It was a bit too early to hit in that one spot with double fives. It just the oven wasn't ready yet.
I believe that. Yeah, I can believe that. Yeah, that's the problem with when you're worried about PR, playing back games.
Yeah, you started it. I mean, because in the beginning of the game, we were wondering why you settled for the back game, or felt like you settled for the back game too early. I can't remember if that was right, but
I thought it was right, but
obviously.
Yeah, you went for it.
Yeah.
The problem with going with the back game here is that if your first decision to go into it was wrong, then every subsequent decision is going to be wrong, and then Mochy's side is easier to play.
Yeah,
and if you get a shot and hit, the containment game is going to be a PR killer.
That's all true. Yeah, I hear it. Yeah. So
any other really interesting decision you remember from game 2, or
you just?
Well, Mochy had a 6-3 from the roof where he had to, play bar to 22, and then he came out.
Yeah,
it was either that or he had to bury a checker, so it was kind of a bad choice either way.
Yeah, yeah, but that was a good choice.
Yeah, good play. So,
this one, I didn't really want to play 8-2. Looking horrible. Yeah. And I also knew that I'm leaving like a bunch of shots, of course.
Yeah.
But the score, I want to win gammon, and he has to be very careful, right?
Yeah.
Just 8-2 looks so ugly to me. And I just can't stand that.
Yeah, right. Now, a few rolls before this, I had a 5-1 where I could have entered and hit and left a lot of shots, and I
and we discussed this.
On that one.
No, not this one. The one before.
The one before, and we really liked your play, John.
Yeah. I was just like, I counted 19 hits if I played 13 to 12, and 14 if I played 13 to 8.
It's also a score thing. I mean,
the score thing, right? Yeah, and So I figured it was right. But
we were surprised by the 2-1. We didn't even see it coming out with the other checker. So that was. This is the right play would look.
Well, like. I was I duplicated my his 5 and 1. So I was so glad that when he rolled 5-1, I was pretty sure that I made the right play, and I wasn't.
Yeah, but that's funny when because we were wondering why is he doing this, and then John rolled the 5-1, and then I said in the commentary, I think something like, now I understand why Mochy played this, because a 5-1 doesn't even hit, so now I understand his move. Yeah. But for some reason.
I guess the point is most likely he's gonna dance, and in that case I just wanna get rid of 15 points, which is very hard to clear.
And in the sense talking about assets and liabilities, I think this slot here is also sort of an asset with this strip position for white. It covers all the outfield, so since white is sort of stripped, it's not really a liability to hang back here, it seems.
Yeah. So
also look at my double 5, for example. That's gonna be horrible.
When you after your move.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not nice. not at all.
Where are the 5s at?
Well, not 5-5 this time, but next time and next time maybe, unless I clear the 15. But it's a minor factor maybe, but it's something to consider.
Yeah. I mean, I guess this plot, when you leave it there, is more like a thorn in John's side than be a juicy target. I mean, that's because you got the stronger board. You wanna, you don't mind the contact that much. If you can pick up another blot, maybe you win a gammon or something like this. But I don't know. It's just like in the end, you see the solution. If your play had been right, we would just make all the arguments why your play was right. So it's just, after the fact, you create a story, or at least I try to do that. And yeah, okay. Any other interesting stuff that you were interested in that you remember?
Click on the blue ones, maybe just to see what they are.
Yeah, just this one.
See if they're big or not.
I said this. Maybe that looked so tempting. Yeah.
6-5. I wasn't sure which 5 to hit.
Yeah, I wouldn't have had the guts either, probably, but it just looked sometimes this just going for the. And then in the end, I remember we liked Mochy's play again, like this one. Yeah. So this is actually quite big. So any thoughts?
And maybe he just rolls maybe he can just anchor on. The problem is he can just anchor on the 20, and then how is everyone else getting home? I mean.
Well, actually, my play leaves 10 numbers to get hit, and best play leaves 13.
13, yeah. Just a few more.
Yeah.
And when it works, it's a lot better.
Right.
Yeah.
If he just roll a 5, after my play, I'll be in trouble anyway. Like, let's say he roll 5-6. It's 5-2. Those numbers are really good anyway.
Yeah, and after your play, you keep that 15 point. So
yeah, that's a lot of outfield defense.
Even when I do hit you, you still have very reasonable chances in the game.
Mm-hmm. So much easier to make a 5 point.
And as Dirk just mentioned too, when it works, it's great. Big favorite to cover the 5 point. So yeah, interesting.
But that's very often right to hit outside.
I know.
So it's one of the exceptions that I had to figure out. Again, if I got this one right, I probably, maybe evenish in a PR battle again. Can you go to the DMP? Sorry, it's last game, and I had 3-6 in the end, very end. Like I had to clear the 9 point or, move number 12 or something. Oh no, move number 10, I guess. Oh no, 9. Sorry.
Okay, here we go. So you were. We can.
No, the play before, I think.
Yeah.
That one.
We were wondering what for us it was kind of natural. 5 point board. And...
I wasn't sure. Obviously you don't really want to get hit, but then your position is so awkward coming forward stripped. Afterwards. Yeah. That you could just see things going awry. I ended up going with this play as well, but I just because just getting hit looks bad.
Yeah.
How bad can it be? And there are enough rolls, and if you roll a bad roll, like another 6-3, then you leave the indirects, then you have to leave them. Okay, fine. But there's a reasonable chance, I think, that you get home. So.
Yeah. Then I had a 4-3. Actually 6-3 on 12.
6-3.
Yeah. Move number 12.
Yeah, 12.
A lot of 6-3s, Mochy.
Yeah.
Yeah, great play, but we were just thinking about minimizing shots.
So why did you end up deciding to go with that one?
Well, Well, this way, if he miss, I will be safe, right? I'm not gonna leave many shots. But
Right.
if I play 7-4, 7-1, and he miss, and I didn't really calculate, I didn't really count, but I guess like 40% of my numbers leaves repeaters, you know?
Yeah.
You just roll like 6-5 or something
Yeah,
silly.
Yeah.
and
Plus,
was-
if he rolls like double 5, you know,
Yeah,
if he
when-
rolls a big number, the race is still on.
Uh-huh.
So in that sense, I just want to hit him, and maybe he is on the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, but of course, it was very scary for me because what I'm doing, I'm leaving more numbers against cross out. You know, it's
Yeah,
like
that's
insane. You know, then
yeah.
I was thinking a lot, and the
but
numbers.
great play. I mean, all the
That-
credit to you.
Then you get missed, and then lose the
Then
race.
I lost the race anyway.
By the way, John, we were discussing your 5-2, and we thought you should have come out from the 20. Let's see.
Yeah, I think I should have.
Yeah.
Because it's a DNP score, so if I get gammon, it's
Yeah, exactly.
I think the like, cause it's just the board crunch, and you got to leave next time anyway.
Yeah. I sort of regretted that move, like right after I did it.
Yeah, and the rest is just
The rest is history.
rest
Yeah.
is history. Yeah.
So Mochy, I think I get a cap or a shirt that says IB. Is that right? Huh?
You also get
Like-
eternal bragging rights on the YouTube
Exactly,
video
yeah.
comments.
Yeah, all right. You get it. Yeah, I owe you one cap. All right.
No problem. Yeah. Wow. So, well, you outplayed me, but
You know what-
I tell you,
you know what
in
would
that
be
second
fun,
match,
gentlemen?
I rolled that 3-3 Joker from the roof. That was just ridiculous.
For the sake of the viewers, and maybe just for me as well, if we could go to that back game in match 1, that would be amazing. But it's up to you guys.
Sure. I
Yeah,
mean,
we
it's
can do
fine with me. Everybody else has time.
Okay, if
You got an
I
extra-
don't know if I have saved all this. I
I have it
should be
saved
able
on
to-
mine, and mine's still open. I
Yeah.
could share my screen if
I mean,
you want.
yeah, you share your screen. That's I think the easiest. So I finished sharing mine.
It all started with the cube, right? That game. This. Yeah, this might have been it. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna share my screen. If I could figure that out here, let me do this and share this. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Not yet, but yeah, now I can see it.
All right. And so this is obviously like the stuff I live for. I love these back games. Just the more complex it gets, the more I love it. Like even down to the containment part of these games. So
Okay, let's
yeah,
move forward.
the 6-4. Yeah, we were wondering that's what I meant. The 6-4. I mean, that was I think that
This
felt
was the
like an
one.
overplay. We wanted to play. I
we
think
wanted to make
just
the 11 100%.
the boring play
Yeah.
that would have.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Yeah. that was-
Okay, so that is what I meant when I
Yeah.
said you really tried hard to get into this.
Now that I see it, if I had seen that, I would have made it.
Let's swap the players. I'm
Yeah,
supposed to be on the bottom.
For sure. Swap board. Is that what it is right here?
Yeah.
Or game.
Yeah,
Swap
No,
board.
no, that was good.
yeah,
Swap
that was
board.
good.
Oh, okay. Now my brain's freaking out. It's upside down. But let's do this one. Do I have to change colors too, or is this good?
No, it's okay.
Okay, cool. And obviously here and down and hit. This is all clear. So let's look at this double ones.
Yeah, this is also in back game you have to play really natural and
Pure.
getting hit is
Pure,
hard.
pure.
Right.
Yeah.
Just everything is being played for the future. You know, it's not
Mhm.
about now, right? So
There's no downside to getting hit like it usually is.
yeah, it might be beneficial.
Yeah,
So what am I supposed to do with that double aces? Make 5 and hit loose on the 4.
Yeah,
exactly,
make the 5
yeah.
and just hit the 4.
Yeah.
Just keep all the ducks in a row
Yeah.
for the future. And yeah, we talked about this play too, right? Was this the one? No, the 6-3.
Yeah, I I can't remember.
No,
I'm
this wasn't the
also
one. It was the
getting
next
like into the brain dead stage.
Yeah,
now.
no,
It's
this
like,
was the 6-1 we talked about, where you said you were
Oh,
gonna make the
yeah,
bar,
yeah,
and
okay.
I went with Mochy's double hit. I go, no, I'm gonna double hit,
Yeah.
just to keep the guy from
yeah,
from
that
making
was
the
so.
extra
So I would have. I thought just
inner board
somehow,
point, and I figured the bar would be better next time, and then you make the bar, the guy could hit the ace. That's the whole goal.
I wanted to recycle. I really don't want to see him making an ace point. That's why. This one is the same idea. I didn't want to see him making a deuce point. I don't care about getting hit, really.
Yeah.
6-1 making a bar seems too much to me because I'm leaving too many shots. So there's a like decent chance that he's going forward, you know. But of course I wasn't sure, but I just did it, and I thought this I can make a 10 point if I need to. So
yeah, this was my first play, and I also thought that, you know, like, yeah, you could just make the bar next time, and you do want to get hit back, and you might also get the squeeze this way too, and make him break his board by just sending all the guys back and overtime him, you know. All right, we just come forward. We made the bar. Here.
Again, I was trying to get hit.
Yes, I like this play a lot, by the way. I was looking for a play like this because I know you don't want to just scrunch everybody up and not get hit. You're trying to find a way to get hit to slow yourself down. And the 3-2, 11-6.
Same idea.
The idea of getting
it
hit.
just feels so wrong to stack the checkers on the 6 points. So I really can understand why you didn't want to make that.
Yeah, well, if I play 11-6, my next 6 would be very bad. That was what I was thinking, you know. Any 6, I have to break one of the points. But I guess not any 6, actually. 6-1, 6-3 is movable.
I think the cube was, very,
It was
No double.
hopeful.
Hopeful.
Wow, okay.
Hopeful.
Well, I mean, if board is broken, that's much difficult for him to recreate. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I thought it's just in this sort of back game, it's not really broken yet. It's just there's no dead checkers yet. You know, everything is still playable, and he still has the ability to get freedom with the 5s and 6s, so he doesn't have to potentially kill anything. I thought maybe if he had killed something, then maybe.
Yeah, I don't have to play a 4, so.
Yeah, the 4s are dead.
And even the 3 doesn't kill a checker.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's just bad, but
a good part of my blunder was that he has so many difficult decisions in the future, and I don't. That was a good part, and in fact, he made probably much more blunders than I made after this cube. But of course, it doesn't justify my double. It was just spur of the moment. I just did it, and obviously I gotta wait because he's gonna take it anyway. You know what can be the market losers, like 3 by him or 2 maybe, but not many numbers.
Yeah. And the double 6s, I mentioned this in the chat. I didn't know why didn't just clear the 8 point. I figure clearing the furthest points away would be
probably just
a
the
lot easier to clear in the future.
4 checkers on the deuce point is what kept him from doing that.
No, I wanted to make an ace point. That's it. But I was obviously wrong because I'm gonna make an ace point anyway. Like any 6 and 5 in the next shake, I gonna make the ace point.
Yeah.
So clearing the 8 point makes much easier my life.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised that it's such a big mistake. And this is, double 5 is really hard for him. I don't think I can find it over the board. Like this.
The non-hitting play. Yeah, this is the big one. Double 5s.
Okay.
Tough. Look at this.
Wow.
I mean, look at this play. It's just the oven temperature isn't ready yet to put the bread in. That's
right.
Whew. In these deciding to hit or not to hit, choosing which game plan to go with in these spots is going to be big one way or the other.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have,
I
do you
have
have
the
any
same
ideas about
tendency.
this, Mochy? About why you would choose not to hit here, or would you have chosen to hit? Would you have thought that you could contain that
Well,
checker at this
the
position?
biggest downside of hitting is that he gonna give up the 3-point, which is vital point. Obviously, as we saw, the 3-point is so important when I get escaped, you know. And yeah, frankly, his board is not ready yet. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave a bunch of shots. It's
Yeah.
not gonna be the last time, right?
Yeah. I'm going to blame it on being somewhat short on time. Compared to Mochy, I wasn't, but me, anytime I get down like a minute, I just start moving right away, you know.
Yeah, if it was shown as a quiz, I think many people get this one right. But here it's like so natural. Oh, I hit and cover. Wow, I do it and then think about the last 5, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well, live and learn. So, okay.
Yeah.
Wasn't ready. That makes
Oh.
sense. Yeah, that 3-point is really the anchor I want to keep. Yeah, sure. 3-4 or 3-5 or 3-4-5 is all
2.
Like
combination.
even here, I wasn't really worried about, you know. Okay, I'm gonna, you know, roll a joker at some point, and you know.
I've noticed in these containment games that the computer often loves just making these outfield points along the way instead of just spreading things everywhere too. And so I saw a lot of these point making plays as the containment progressed, just because I've been playing the computer a lot in a lot of these spots lately.
Yeah.
And they really end up being worth a lot. This versus just making the point.
Yeah, making the 10 blocks double 5s and
double 5 is a disaster.
Is a disaster for you. Yeah, right. Yeah, it's play
much fewer shots, only 6-5 to hit, and of course you have fewer pointing making numbers, but
right, not that many different. Yeah.
But a lot of it is just control, you know, like for when the guy gets around again, you still have this and that, and it's not like he just gets to run free either. But no, it's good, and I think it happened. Oh yeah, this was the one as well. I think we said we were gonna make the 8.
Yeah. I wanted to make the 8, but
We're
I
gonna
wasn't
make the
sure.
8
Of
here.
course, I mean, you just cannot be sure in this kinds of positions. How bad was it to make the 8?
No, they making the 8 is correct.
Okay.
Just control points.
Mm.
I don't. Just leaves a shot.
I'm very surprised that John did this.
Yeah, I am too. Now that I see it, I did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 8 is clear now.
Oh, I said this one too about just making the 9 and playing 4 to 3, just for making the outfield points and control.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Just some of those spots. I mean, it stops a lot of the super jokers, and sometimes it makes them. You know, who knows what he could roll that could make the 16 guy break in the future with more hits.
Look, all those blunders, jokers and anti-jokers from move number 23
Okay,
to 20.
that was his,
oh yeah, this was.
Yeah, I really hope that he gonna dance here. Then you know I can just scoop everything and win gammon.
6-4
was really
double
nice.
shot, and then he rolls the 4.
Or then I roll back.
Then you roll 6-3 to hit.
Double 5.
Double 5s. Double 6.
And double 6 is like super joker.
Oh my goodness,
and of course hero like.
That was rough.
Double 4.
Double 4s. Come on. Come on, that was rough. Look at that. And
then I wasn't sure about 6-3.
Yeah, I mean, obviously those are the 2 plays, and when you get plays that both have such good like merits to them, deciding between them, it's nice to see when they're that close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to choose which way you're going to turn at the fork in the road, you know.
Yeah.
And as we go down, of course, the hit, double 5s, good one.
I think John missed the.
I said. Oh yeah. Okay, look at that.
I think John missed the cubes somewhere.
Yeah, I was thinking about it.
I was ready to drop it.
Ah.
Oh wow, look at this. So if we do this play, you can't hit with the 6-4. And then you've got a triple shot at him instead of being on the roof. It's interesting. 4-1, 3-2. What was the best play? Oh, wow, look at that. It's a big error. Oh, I said that. I called it to get the twos to play. You remember this one, Dirk?
Yeah.
Yeah, I said, I said you have to make the 1-2 play. Yeah,
I should have broke.
Yeah, I remember I was saying something about keeping the 4 anchor at some point.
And I was like, nah. What about if he rolls the 1-2? You get, and then he rolls it, and I go, But
but then the play I wanted to make was right, or despite one.
Which one? Which one did you want to do?
20. No. You were right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Now, I'm really now. I guess I will.
Because like sometimes you have to,
very soon.
Sometimes you have to choose between like long-term strategy and short-term tactics, depending on what the position looks like. And when you see a number like 1-2 and how bad that's going to play, sometimes you just have to play for it.
I mean, to me, in the 15-10 doesn't gain anything. You know, if I roll like 1-2, it's bad. 5-5, bad. 5-6, less shots, and lesser outfield control.
You can hit more.
And you don't have any pointing numbers anyway, except double 5.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Bad.
2-1. He rolled it, which is the crazy part. And then the 4-2 here, and I said you should come off of the 21 again to activate the 2s.
Yeah.
Just immediately for the.
You're right.
For the contact, and then the 6-2. Yeah, that was my play here. 5-1, of course. 1, 4-2, and then the recubes.
Mm-hmm.
And this is an interesting spot. Did you mention this one, Dirk? You said you thought he missed
I mentioned
cubes,
the
right?
second one that I was pretty sure about the second one. And this one, I think it sort of escaped me probably, or I think at that point things were very fast. So I don't know. I can't even remember this position.
So can you talk about whoever understands this one the most? Can you talk about why this is a recube here? Is it the score? Is it the position? Is it all of it?
I mean, it's mainly the score. I can't imagine this being anywhere near a recube for money.
No,
it's just the score. I mean, I mean, there's just a very little downside compared to the upside.
Well, by doubling this, he decreased my gammon price, so my gammon was less, and he increased his gammon value. His gammon, is much more variable. So that's part of the reason. Of course, I will not gonna have a redouble anytime soon. Actually, very end, maybe I have a double, but so I depend on my jokers.
Yeah.
And the 5-4, great shot. Double 4s is a hitter.
Mm-hmm.
And
this one.
This was the one where we were
about.
Strongly
it's a pass.
Suggesting,
pass. Yeah. I see what eight numbers make the 5, and then a whole bunch of other ones make the 7.
And then I think a bunch of the other ones that just don't run just destroy the 6, and then when that happens, he can do whatever he wants to. All right.
Yeah, we were talking about it's not only so much your numbers, but all the really bad numbers for
that was
Mochy here.
That was.
How about my 4-1 move before? No, Okay, so it doesn't matter, but I chose the right play.
It's a pass either way. Yeah, but your play wins more
Well,
games.
actually, I chose the right play because if I came into 20, I think he's gonna double.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So practically, it
deterred the cube and helped the PR win. All right. Well, thank you guys for going over that game.
Yeah,
I think that one's a good one to have on film for sure. A lot of people will, I'm sure if they're students of the game, will appreciate going through that. I certainly did. When you have everyone like you guys in a room one time and you get to talk about a complex game, it excites me. So, all right. So I guess we can end the stream here, yeah?
Yes.
So Mochy, when is the next match going to be?
We haven't really fixed it, but it's
Okay.
supposed to be next Saturday or Sunday, and I'm really excited. Apparently I'm very disappointed that I lost already, but this is Backgammon, and he's a very strong player. So wait for the next week, please.
Sounds good. All
Okay.
right, I guess
All
we
right,
can
Mochi. Have a
sign
fun.
off. Thank you, Dirk. Thank you, Mochi. Thank
Yeah,
you,
Thank you,
John.
too.
Justin,
And
Dirk.
Thank you, John.
take care.
Okay, you're welcome.
All right, have a
Thank
great
you,
one.
Dirk, and thank
Bye-bye.
you. Thank you,
All right.
Hussein, and thank you, Justin. See you.
That's good.